na siya at siya ang mitsa. Hudyat para ang lahat magsigalaw na. Ngayon ang panahon para magkaisa at ang husay ng Pinoy maipakita. At kay Donaire, yun ang kanyang adikain para lahat ng Pilipino pagsamahin. Sang bigis, sang dikit, sang lahi para kahirapan ay mabawi. The Filipino Flash! Pilipinas nandito na siya upang kanyang ipakita ang aking tapang na galing ng bayan niya. The Filipino Flash! Pilipinas nandito na siya upang kanyang ipakita ang aking tapang na galing ng bayan niya. The Filipino Flash!
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nonito Donaire.
Yan. Oh,
Hey guys.
hi guys.
Hello po. Hello. How is everybody doing today?
Yeah, we haven't been here for a bit. So you guys, let's just do the shout outs real quick, and then we're gonna go into yung VADA paperwork. I'm gonna explain it in English, and si Nonito is gonna explain it in Tagalog. We'll see if he can explain it in Tagalog.
Championship Light, Bad Saint, James Calderon. That's Beyond the Ring.
Ermo's
Ermo,
Ermo TV,
Jay,
Donaire,
Donaire fan. Bing Skies Española, Yoshikawa, Carmen,
Transcended
Sports Channel,
Tigress is here.
Tigress, Boto D,
Yes.
and Diego, my favorite guy, Diego.
No Curfew, Sam, and then it skipped. Melomaniac, Tribu, and so you guys, what we're gonna do is today we have a little bit of news, and then but that'll be at the end, and then but at first we're gonna talk about VADA. So I think and you have to translate.
I have to translate.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Okay. So VADA is an acronym for Voluntary Athletic Drug Testing. That's not exactly what it is. Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. Okay, you say in Tagalog. I'm just kidding.
Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. Associate. We're back to it again.
I told you guys not to encourage
You
it.
started it.
Start anything.
Yeah.
So so there's so much things about people not knowing about VADA and what it does. Basically, they do have a system that's 365 24/7 testing.
Testing. May testing po sila. 365 whole year round. Kahit anong araw, anong oras, kahit saan, nandun po sila if they are, kung gusto nilang mai-test kayo.
Yes. So, with that being said, you have to do some certain paperwork and things like that. Now, merong VADA 24/7, then there's also VADA for yung laban lang, and then also the WBC Clean program. Those are 3 different programs. I think I've explained this before.
Yes.
You are a really bad translator.
Magta-translate na naman ako. Okay. So may 3 programa po 'yon.
Yeah.
Yan. At saka parang na-explain na natin, but babalik po kami how to explain properly. So, yes.
So what's it? 24/7?
24/7, 24. They understand naman eh.
Well, because they always say they get nosebleeds, so I'm trying
It's
to help them. Okay.
If they have a question, ano na lang Tagalog there, but yeah, just speak.
Okay.
They understand.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my other screen. And then we're going to go through this. It's really, Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Is that same thing again? I don't know.
Ay, nako. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not letting us do it.
Anyways, yeah. So see, look, Diego's having the same, the dad joke. See,
Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically with VADA, you would go to the VADA website, okay? Why this is not working? This is pissing me off.
what happened?
I don't know.
Mhm.
Ano yan?
Yes.
Hi, Boss Richton.
Hi, Boss Richton. Yeah.
How am I gonna show this if I can't show the screen?
Byron is here too as well.
Yeah, but Byron can't help me right now.
Yeah. No. Bakit ayaw?
I don't know.
Anyways, just explain mo na lang sa kanila.
Give me my phone. Maybe that'll help. Give me my phone. Just give me my phone. Where's
Give me
my
your
phone? Oh, I have my phone. Sorry. Okay. So VADA's website is VADA dash testing.org. Okay.
.org.
Yes. VADA dash testing.org. I don't know why it has to be so long, but that's what it is. So as you know, Nonito was the very first boxer that signed up for VADA testing. So just so you guys know, that's the VADA website. Okay. And he started a pretty interesting movement that a lot of boxers and MMA fighters have volunteered to come into. So, now with that being said, I want to show you guys, I can show you, that there are forms. This is weird, babe.
There's forms.
Yeah.
Okay. My forms.
My forms.
Yes.
There's forms here. And so if you hit menu, there's forms, okay? And on the forms, you download it from the website, okay? That's all you have to do. It's not hard. You don't need anyone to wait to email you and anything like that. You just go to the website. So you go to the website and you download these forms. The first one is athlete application for program admission.
Yes. And at the same time, this test, the moment that you sign up for it, it happens whenever they show up.
Yep. And then the second part is the whereabouts form. Now, the whereabouts form, all these forms have to be signed by the boxer. It cannot be signed by the manager. It has to be signed by the boxer. And the forms have to tell you, if you move camp, you have to update your forms about it's the athlete's responsibility because they have to sign at the bottom of the paperwork. That being said, we just updated our whereabouts form.
Yes, we just updated our whereabouts forms.
And yeah, so we updated our whereabouts form for VADA to come find us. Usually you do that when camp starts.
When camp starts, and camp started.
Yeah. So that's what our news is. We updated our VADA forms.
Yes. And from Diego, I heard Naoya only spars 6 rounds a day. He focuses more on mid work.
Who's Naoya Ozawa?
I guess the other guy's Ozawa is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Yeah. Focus on mid work and conditioning. What's your reaction to that, champ? My reaction to that is it still has a lot. We still have a lot, or whoever is fighting. They still have a lot of time. So I think more of the conditioning and game planning is the right thing to do early on.
Yan. Diego meant Naoya Inoue, but maybe had Maria Ozawa on his mind.
Yeah, siguro Maria Ozawa yung nasa isip mo.
Oh, no.
Nahuli ka, Diego. Nahuli ka.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. Just missed the to, Diego, huh?
Why is her name in your phone?
Yes.
It auto-corrected Inoue to Ozawa.
Yeah. Autocorrect. Inoue, Naoya, Inoue. Good night. Diego, mag-repent ka na. Ah. Ah.
I'm sorry, we're just messing with you, Diego.
Yeah, we're just messing with you, Diego.
Yeah. So I guess our news today is that we updated our whereabouts form. The whole point of this was to show you how it was supposed to be done. Because it's not hard. You put your name, your address, what weight you fight, when's your next fight. Oh. And when's your next fight and where you are at every time of the day. So you have to say where your gym is, where you're staying, if you're going to travel at any point, where you're staying on this travel, what times you're going to be available. There's an ultimate window that you would like, your desired time spot. But of course, we put it at night because we know throughout the day we have no idea where we are. But at night, we're always at home. But they can show up anytime, anywhere, any place. You could be eating lunch and they can call you and ask you where you are. And basically, they'll be there if they are there, within, if they're in Vegas and they're like, where are you guys? We have to send them the address and then they'll show up there. So, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's really not that difficult. So anyone who says it's too difficult or it takes them a week, to fill out the paperwork is not.
Yes. It's all in there. But I mean, we've been doing it for a very long time. So, alam na namin yung mga, we know the procedures. But it's not very difficult once you start reading the procedures.
Yeah. So, anyone who's ever saying that, VADA didn't send them the paperwork, it's literally on their website. And I was trying to show you, but I don't know why it's not working. But if you would like to look, it's at vada-testing.org. It's not difficult. So, Jan, we also want to talk about, Gervonta Davis.
Yes.
Did you hear about what he said on his Twitter?
No.
He said something to the fact that his promotional contract is done.
Wow.
What do you think about that? Do you think that he could go anywhere else?
I mean, he is Davis, and there's a lot of fights, like, I'm blanking out here. All the guys at 135, from Lomachenko to Kambosos to Teofimo. Well, Teofimo move up in weight. Haney, Ryan Garcia. I mean, all these are very lucrative fights for Tank, and all of it is a possibility. So, but for him to say that, I think that it might be a ploy to say, you know what, if you want me to stay here, hook me up with bigger
so this
deal, I guess.
Yeah, this discussion started with Davis, because he said, basically Marcus Payton had Twittered him and said, okay, Gervonta, I gave you a lot of S about Mayweather promotions keeping you in-house. Seems like you're starting to see it. Don't let them ruin what could be a fantastic career if you took some chances. You have talent, show it. Gervonta said, I can't screen share, my goodness. Said, my contract up. That's why they want me to fight this clown so bad. So, Diego said, good. TMT been putting him up against Noah Hooper's time to see that little pit bull fight someone with a pulse. Ooh, those be fighting words, Diego. Those be fighting words.
Those are good words, man. So
Carlos here. I think my dad's in here.
Yeah, just saw him right there.
Oh, hi, Dad. Yeah. So, see, these are the things that happen, guys. Like these things happen in boxing, and it's something that fans don't know happens. Like there's contracts that fall out, there's negotiations that fall out, and people go to where the best deals are for them. And it's literally like if you were offered a better job, there's nothing wrong with changing. Even when it comes to changing trainers, there isn't really anything that is wrong with it if they're not growing together, diba?
Yep. I mean, it has to be a unity in that way. It has to kind of flow. You can't be oil and water, a separation. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. And of course, when fighters start making money, they think other way about themselves, and depends on other people too in their perspective. That could be a big influence in how he thinks and how he feels he should be. We see a lot of fighters take that route. We don't know for sure why or how his emotion is, but obviously there is a discord.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it's not like he doesn't have the marketability. And like you're saying, if he goes to Top Rank, or if what I mean, what do you think about being a free agent? Like, he can fight how many people without even having to sign up to anyone?
Well, the thing too about that is, um, one thing is, if you're not confident of who you are, then you're gonna need a promoter to negotiate for you. But if you know your worth, then all of the 30% or whatever percentage that they take is for you. So if you want to negotiate and you say, you know what, if you don't know how to negotiate, they'll lowball you, right? But if you know your worth, then it's a good thing for you to have no promoter, because you'll be making your own decision. And there's so much fight out there that that can be made. But at the same time, the thing too is that in promotion there's favoritism, right? You'll see that a lot in fights.
One, but also promoters do guarantee you fights per contract, right? So if you sign with a promoter, they can say, okay, so we're signing this contract. You're going to fight 2 years minimum. So you're kind of guaranteed a spot, where like someone like Mikey, he'll pick and choose, but he doesn't have that, the parang it's written into the contract every 6 months he's going to fight, right?
And get one from Diego right here. He's got enough name recognition to be a free agent. He needs a good manager. I think that's a good thing to have. And again, all of that stuff. Um, once you know your worth, then you don't need any deductions from your purse. When it comes down to fighting other people, because you like you said, he has the name recognition, and that itself gets him to fight bigger fights.
Yeah, and Kuya Rufino's in the house.
Kuya Rufino, shout
Yes.
out.
Yes. So, I mean, this VADA thing is pissing me off. I'm not even joking. That was our whole content today.
Try
Why?
more.
Share.
Chrome has lost permission. You have lost permission. Why did you take the permission out?
I didn't take any permission out. I give you permission, Chrome. Here, you talk to them while I look for permission.
Yeah, so yun nga, no, it's ano pa bang, what else do we have that talk about, like fighters in all this stuff? You know what, you guys are more knowledgeable than me when it comes
That's
down
the thing,
to.
like, we can't even do the Baldonado versus Martin like recap, because we can't share a screen right now.
So technical difficulty. I have to fix this again.
What did you do to the
I didn't touch
computer?
it. I think it just needs to be it needs to be updated.
Nothing needs to be
See?
updated. Accessibility.
Update. But you have to shut down everything. So
You can go on my laptop. I can update it again.
it's okay.
Ay.
Anyways, so what's up, guys? Yeah, don't worry about it.
But that was our whole content
Yeah.
today.
Well, just explain the VADA thing.
It doesn't look as good. I was showing them where it was.
Why don't you go to the yung laptop mo, you can pull it from there.
But I can't stream it here. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wait.
Suntok, Filipinas, my boy, Niklaus. Thank you. Champ, kailan po kayo ang scanning nyo with ESBC? Actually, we were planning to do that after the fight, pero hindi namin natuloy. We didn't get to do that yet. So, again, ESBC is a new game that's coming out, a boxing game that you can download the characters, yung mga favorite fighters nyo. I'm not sure if Manny is in there. I know that they were trying to negotiate before during his last fight, so I'm not sure if natuloy yun. But that's the new game right now. It's ESBC. It's coming out. It's all the fighters that you want to play boxing with, and of course, you know what? I don't know if I can use that. No, but Fun Funware and Phone Token actually are creating a Nonito verse, and you guys can walk around, hang out, and play boxing with me. I don't know if it works. Well, I can just give the note, but yeah. So the Nonito verse, guys, check that out. And then of course I have my NFT out, my very first NFT with Funware and Phone Token. Well, the NFT, if you guys saw the yung ano ko yung I don't have all the stuff and I can't share, so it's very worthless. But I'll just hang out with you guys. How about that? We just talk. We just talk about life. I don't know. Who should give me something good to talk about, guys? Come on, let's go. Huh? Oh, yeah. So who was it? And it was it Mandirigma's channel? Yeah. So Chad Macias is the strength conditioning of and the interview was actually he's a very knowledgeable person. It's amazing. Lahat ng mga sinabi niya when it comes down to the body and from recovery to explosive fast muscle twitch. You know, it was I was very blown away by his knowledge. So I think that Champ Casemiro is in good hands when it comes down to strength and conditioning. So yeah, that's I mean, again, kung napanood nyo yon, the way he is speaking about the body, and he's very scientific. It's very scientific, and it's good to have those guys who have knowledge when it comes down to. Yeah, you have to wait for it. When it comes down to strength and conditioning, and Diego was there. They asked a really nice question about what they're doing with Casemiro and all of this other stuff. So, but again, I listened to his knowledge. I mean, the way he spoke, the way he knew his regimen, his creation, and all of that stuff. I thought that he's a really really good strength and conditioning guy. So I don't know if any of you guys saw that. Yeah, it's on Mandarigma's channel. Tatay Jerry is here. So, Tatay Jerry. Skyler, hello po, Skyler. Efrain John De Castro. Champ, why don't you fight Chocolatito? Kung gusto na, kung magawa namin yun, we would love to make that fight happen, I love to have that fight. I think that would be an amazing fight. I mean, he fought amazingly in his last fight, so I really want that fight to happen as well, if or when it's possible. Because I believe in this moment in time that a lot of things are possible as long as we just kind of create it in our mind and just go towards creating it. So what I think about his last fight with Cesar Martinez, I thought he did an amazing job. He looked younger. He looked youthful. His timing was great. I thought that he did really good. They say Chad Macias is the real deal. I was a little nervous before the interview, but that guy is just saying he gave us pearls for sure. I'd love to see him on your show, champ. I think that you guys pretty much got to a level of question, that a lot of people want to know about, and of course, we want to talk with them, but I think our conversation would be a lot of scientific, like blood work, like nutrition, and all of that stuff along, because nutrition is a big part of strength and conditioning. People don't understand that when we when we have when we eat proper food, our body can recover faster. Our body tends to parang masasana yung katawan mo kaagad to the intense workout. Uh it's very crucial to be eating healthy. And for me, that's one thing that I focus most in my training is eating healthy. Because I know eating healthy and eating the right food for me will get me to recover faster, will get my body and my muscle to function properly. So that's very very important. So sa lahat sa inyo diyan, eat healthy kasi importante 'yun, ah. So hindi lang yung lechon, no? Hindi lang yung it's not just about eating all kinds of, 'cause sometimes we're trained in our mind to see food as pleasure. There's a trigger in our brain that sees food as pleasure. And there's my strength and conditioning coach is actually the person that really taught me how to eat properly and to change my mindset from pleasure to nourishment. Oh, there it is. All right. So, how do we focus on that? You talk. You talk in English. Go. So, ito yung VADA. This is the VADA website. Yun nga, no? Tsaka yung paperwork. Paano mo may ano yung paperwork. How to do the process to filling up the paperwork. Kasi may marami mga question kung ano yung paperwork na that they have to sign or fill up. So it's very very simple. There. Okay. Assistant, go ahead. So there's the form downloads, and that's where you download. Then mo may download lahat ng information at saka yung paperwork to fill up. So kung sino man yung fighter na kailangan na may download or may fill up yung paper, this is the place to do it, especially for VADA and stuff like that. But marami naman, mostly all the fighters will have people to help them out. And hold on, let me just put this. I will get back to you, Bad Saint, on this question. But this is the VADA form. And again, filling up your name and everything else, it's all there, and lahat na nandyan na eh. So it's a very simple thing to fill up the VADA form. And again, the moment that you fill up the VADA form, dyan po ay magiging official na kahit saan ka, they will be there to take to test you. So in filling up the kahit saan, kahit you have to write down. So yung training addresses mo, kasi minsan there's times na nagti-training ako, tatawagin kami or they'll show up out of nowhere and do the test, and I'm like, dude, I'm training, so when it comes down to that, you have to write down the training address just in case that you're there. And then everywhere you go, from if you travel to Japan or to travel to the Philippines or anywhere, you have to list where you're staying. And then the competition information, saan yung next fight mo, sino yung makakalaban mo, and the location, saan may gaganap yung laban, and then of course, the number of rounds, ilang rounds yung laban mo, 12 rounds. And then the weight the weight of the fight, kung ano yung timbang mo for the fight. So that's pretty much where the VADA application is. So, and then of course the athlete application for program administration, list all commission with which you currently hold active license to compete with. So lahat ng mga lisensya mo to get into just all the information that you need. And then this is important. So kasi marami mga fighters na mga boksingero na or athletes that take supplements. So lahat ng mga supplements ilalagay mo yung supplements mo. Say for instance, for me I take a lot of keto stuff, no? Kasi I'm keto most of the time. So keto supplements, BHB salt, as well as yung mga L-carnitine, L-carnitin, lahat ng mga LL or all the supplements, and of course vitamins as well, and minerals. So lahat kailangan mong ilagay. So yes, and of course sign that, and then it's official. There. Good. All right. So ito yung the second one is the other type of is the other type of information that you have to do, the athlete's whereabouts. So kahit saan ka, kailangan mong ilagay yung address mo. Kung nasa hotel ka, kailangan mong ilagay hotel at saka hotel room or ganito ganyan. So everywhere you go, kailangan mong ilagay ng lahat ng mga information kung saan ka nakatira and all of that stuff. So residence, saka ilagay mo yung mga yung regular schedules, from Monday to Friday to Sunday, and for the whole week, really. Kasi athletes in camps, we have regular schedules. So like Monday through Friday is at the gym, Saturday and Sunday might be resting at your home or whatever. So lahat ng mga schedule kailangan mong ilagay. So for instance, Monday or gym time is at 12 or something, then ilagay mo yung gym time mo 12 o'clock. So lahat-lahat kailangan mong ilagay yun. And then what is that one? So daily 60-minute window of availability for sample collection. So VADA may collect sample at any time during participation in the program. Below, athletes list their preferred 60 minutes collection period each day. Yeah, so preferred doesn't mean na i-follow nila yon. Kahit anong oras makapunta sila sa inyo. Yan. This one is known exception to regular schedule. So, competition schedule. So, ilagay mo yung competition, the location, the country, para alam nila where it's gonna be and they can prepare to be there. Lahat ng travel plans, kung may plano ka na pupunta ng Pilipinas, pupunta ng Mexico, pupunta ng kahit saan mong pupuntahan mo, kailangan mong ilagay yung lugar na pupuntahan mo at saka yung dates, hotel, lahat po. So kasi nga sila ay pupunta kahit anong oras. So there you go. What's that one? Which one? I don't see any highlights. Okay, hold on. Teka lang. Oh. I will contact VADA immediately upon learning of any deviation in my schedule. So, kailangan mong tawagan sila or i-email sila kung magbabago yung information mo, whereabouts. Kasi yun nga, they are there para ng sample. Yes. And then 2021 VADA prohibited list. Ito po yung listahan kung ano yung bawal. Yeah, kung lahat kung yung mga boksingero nasa VADA program kailangan nila punta na sila dito at makikita mo lahat yung yung is that prohibited? Keto DHEA? Oh, 7 kilo DHEA. Okay. So makikita mo lahat ng yung bawal. At dito yung information. So there is no such thing na hindi ko alam. Kasi nandito yung mga yung mga anong tawag nito, yung mga bawal. And of course, minsan yung mga buksingero ay talagang hindi nila parang tinatamad sila, and sometimes it can be an honest mistake, but then minsan din it's especially for the super anong tawag nito, super yung talagang yung performance enhancing drugs talaga ay talagang there's no accident. So yun po. Narcotics. Yes, Mark Day in your dad joke. So if there is a disturbance in your schedule, um, does it notify Darth Vader? Yes, Mark. Yes. So there you go, guys. That is our VADA information. And then yung kanina, if I do a plant diet, plant-based diet, I have not done plant-based diet. For me, I've always just what I do is I do a blood test, right? Blood test to see what the food intolerance. So meaning that what my body takes in. So when it comes down to like meat, my body loves meat. When it comes down to rice, being Filipino, bawal sa akin yung rice kasi I grow I have inflammation, meaning that I gain more weight. For me, plant-based diet, it has to be green leafy vegetables for me. I can't have peas. I can't have rice. Not that I can't have it. It's just that I pay there's consequences for having them.
Yeah, he either gets bloated. Bloated is not good for me because you know where the air comes out of. Tired and stuff like that. There was a question here that I just said. Former champion. Is this the one you're asking Casimiro to do and Casimiro didn't like to do it? I wouldn't say he didn't like to do it because when we asked him in San Diego and on Pau Salud's face off, he had no issue with it. Honestly, it was a quote unquote paperwork issue. At first, it was the payment. I said I would pay for it. I believe SB was the one that said that they weren't going to pay for it, so I volunteered. And then it wasn't that they didn't get emailed the paperwork until Friday. But as you can see, it's on the website. I mean, that's according to Sean, that the paperwork, he never got the paperwork.
Yes.
But I just showed you.
So there was really no excuses of why.
But we're past that, of course. And when we do fight Champ Tata, he said he has no issue with it. So whatever the reason was behind the administration error as far as paperwork, I don't know. I'm not sure. It all played out on Twitter, so that's all I know. Diego said I did that with that's exactly where we went. That's exactly where we went.
Yes, Life Science. Yes, that's where exactly we went. Life Science.
He loves lamb.
Thank you, Life Science, by the way, for taking care of us, and allowing us to see the other side of what our body is supposed to be.
They don't come in white robes. He thinks they come in white robes like lab technicians, but they literally just come like in regular clothes.
Yeah, they just come in regular clothes. There's it's just guys who just take in the blood, take the piss, the pee test, and that's it. So yeah, they don't come in white robes. So, but going back into for me, all kinds of meat. I can eat all kinds of meat. So yung importante po kung malaman natin.
Is there any meat you can't? Was it rabbit?
No, I could eat any meat.
You could eat rabbit.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I can, yeah. So kaya nga importante sa atin pag malaman natin kung ano yung kailangan ng katawan natin. And this is one thing too that I want to expound on is that yun nga no, ang food is sometimes masarap, no? And when you put it in your head with that na talagang it's pleasure signal, then it becomes a detriment to your health because you will tend to go into eating it for pleasure rather than eating a little portion to say, you know what, this is amazing, this is great, and that's it. But the problem is, this is great, and we finished the whole cake, or
Well, like, look, like, how long has the tres leches cake been in the fridge?
and
For
it was
like
just
a week?
the tres leches was like this big, right? And it took no, it took about a week and a half.
Yeah.
But that's including my boys, cut in threes, me and you.
But literally,
Yeah.
we just give them enough. Just, what do you call it? Tikim? Tikim
Yes,
lang?
yeah, yun nga lang is tikim lang.
Did you answer this question?
What's that question?
Is fighting contract easy to deal with?
Which one? Click it.
This one. Well, I didn't know if you answered it already.
No, I haven't answered anything.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Is fight contract easy to deal with, or is the another channels you have to go through before fight is made? Well, when the promoters get together, you know, if you have different promoters, so what happens is the decision is when they make the decision, they'll send out the contract, and from that point on, you sign the contract. It should be very, very simple. The moment that the fight is made and the deal is done, it should be very, very simple. There shouldn't be any more complication to it.
Farmer champion. Are you just saying this because you're in good terms with them now? No, I'm stating fact is fact. We asked him on PALS. You can go back to PALS and replay the entire face-off interview when Pal asked him if he had an issue with VADA, and Cham Tata said no. And again, if you look at Twitter and the back and forth and all that stuff, I mean, he wasn't. It was. I mean, the mouthpieces there were not him that was saying those things.
Not mouthpiece is yung nagsasalita para sa kanya.
Mouthpiece. Oh, sorry.
Hindi namin nila yun eh. Mouthpiece is nilalagay mo yun pag sumusuntok ka eh. So, yung mouthpiece ang sinasabi niya is a term saying that yung nagsasalita para sa kanya.
Kasi they said that it was too expensive, and then I said I'd pay for it. Then there was another excuse, and there's another excuse, and another excuse.
But iba yung nagsasalita para sa kanya. Alam naman natin kung sino yun. But
when we asked, he said he was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
Nung tinanong namin, wala naman silang problema when it comes down to
Kasi
it.
when he was gonna fight Inoue the first time, diba?
Yeah.
He was signed into VADA. So, hindi ko alam why all of a sudden this was such an issue. You know?
So yun nga, no? There's just a conspiracy behind all of bakit hindi nangyari yon. But we're past that.
Kasi sinabi nila, they didn't get the
hindi nila nakuha yung email, lahat. Anyways, we're past that. We're moving on. And you know,
we just wanted to show you guys in case any of your boxers come across VADA paperwork and they don't know how to fill it up. It's pretty, it's pretty simple. It's a lot of repetitive questions like where are you going to be? Where are you going to be? Where are you going to be? And when are you going to be there? But that really is what it really is. It's very straightforward. Former champion. Why do you guys hate Sean Gibbons when he really helped Filipino boxers to reach their dreams? Former champion, we don't hate anyone. That's a little bit of a strong term. We're just saying what is true
and what's fair. Like if kung may nakikita po kayong mali, wala ka bang gagawin? Would you just walk away or would you try to help the person regardless of ano yung nangyayari sa kabila or whatever it is? When I've always been taught pag may nakita kang mali, dapat tulungan mo yung sitwasyon.
And honestly, it's not called, allegedly he's the president of MP. It's not called Sean Gibbons Promotions. It's called MP Promotions. And let's be honest, the pride that MP Promotions and MP gives as himself, as Senator Manny Pacquiao, or even when he wasn't a senator, has transcended. You try to do that word. What's transcend in Tagalog?
Transcended. I don't know. Yeah.
Has gone beyond the scopes of everything. So when you say, that you're associated with or you're a president of MP Promotions,
Rapstar,
of
all
course,
blessing to you, Rapstar.
everything is going to be open to you.
Yes.
Because nobody wants to get Senator Manny mad. He's a legend, and he's kind, and so that's pretty much what it is.
Well, there's a lot of things that goes behind it that a lot of people don't know, that our people are taken advantage of. And regardless of what I do, or that, I have no reason to hate anybody. All it is putting my facts into it and helping others, that they don't get taken advantage of. As for me, I'm blessed to have what I have. I don't need to go and have hate towards others. I'm happy with my life. I'm blessed with everything that I have. So I don't care too much about all this other stuff. But one thing for sure for me is, if I can help, I would. And you guys will never understand, because the way I grew up, you never understand it. Like, I can't understand your life. You can't understand my life because you haven't been there. But for me, I do want to help people, so that, I can't. If there is something wrong, if other things, if wrong is being done, I'm gonna make it right. That's just how I am.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting steamy in here now. Why do you blame SG for that? Now, again, former champion, you could go and look. He didn't get the email. That is on the website.
Yes.
But I mean, again, like, you could do research, please, before you ask
Opening
me
your
that
mouth.
question again. Larson's here. Okay, so that's Sir Sean Probellum. Oh, okay. Because, I've been hearing that there's a partnership. I need my laptop again. So whenever Probellum does a partnership or co-promote with anybody, it's promoted on Probellum's website.
Yes.
Please go ahead and look and see if there is anything. If there is something, please let me know. And that's pretty much how clean as day it is. As you remember, there was people that were saying Cham Tata himself was supposedly, allegedly signed to Probellum. That was the news, right? That was the problem, that people were saying that Cham Tata was signed to Probellum. And even actually the news outlets picked it up. They said Cham
Yes.
Tata was signed to Probellum. He's, and instead of the Cham Tata has signed a fight contract, hindi yung promotional contract. And what happened after that was everyone started to see that every single fighter that Probellum signs, there's an announcement. There's always an announcement, a grand announcement, right? When they do a co-promote, there's a grand announcement. Even when they do partnerships with TV deals, there's a grand announcement. So we don't have to like guess and think about like who is associated with Probellum, because Probellum puts it out there. Now, whether you want to spin that story or twist it to your own benefit, I mean, that's whoever it. The funny part is the truth, when it doesn't adhere to your story or the lie you're trying to tell, you discard it. But do your homework. Go on Probellum. I can't.
Yes.
I
I mean,
go all the way
it's
over
all
there.
comes down to whatever I say, whatever we say.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter kasi hindi naman kayo nagbibilib sa sinasabi ko or sa sinasabi
Well,
namin.
it's not
So
us anyway.
so kung ano man yung everybody, I advise everybody, don't take it from me. Don't take it from her. Don't take it from anybody else. Take it from yourself. Do your research kasi malalaman mo yung kailangan mong malaman eh. When it comes down to learning about life, learning about yourself, sa kulto nyo or whatever it may be, whatever research. If you're doing a good job, or you're just being blind about it, then that's okay. Kaya nga, I wish you guys the best kasi totoo naman eh. For me, I don't ever look behind my back. Kasi even if I have haters, I wish them luck. Why? Because that's what I can give to them. I can give them kindness when they can give me hate. I can give them kindness. And I'm okay with that. You kayo, or whoever it is, I wish you the best. I wish you the best. Totoo yun. But for me, I'm happy with my life.
Yeah, we
But
don't
for
have to
those
pick
people
sides
that are
anymore.
needed to be reprimanded, granted, I will come after it. 100%. Because you guys need to be punished, or whoever needs to be punished needs to be punished for
It's
it.
just and it's fair.
It's just and it's fair. We can be friends, but if you need to be reprimanded, I will reprimand you. I'm all about fairness, and hopefully now everybody can be that way too. To be fair about life, to be fair about yourself. For instance, I know you're a kid. Alam ko na
Are you
what?
talking about what's his
Yeah,
name?
wala ka pang experiensya. So
Well, no, just ask him.
pina-follow mo yung lahat ng sinasabi
Just
ng
tell
kuya
Larson
mo.
this. It's really easy. Larson, if you would like to prove us wrong, and we could be wrong, we don't work for Probellum.
Yes.
Please show us on which social media site that Probellum promotes, probellum.com, their Instagram, their Twitter, that mentions that there is a partnership or a co-promotion with MP Promotions or SG or Sean Gibbons.
And if you're right, I will apologize right here, right
that's
now.
it.
Ganun akong pagkatao. Pag magkamali ako, I will apologize. But please, I implore you na talagang research for yourself so that in the future, kasi yung mga tao na nakikilala mo dito will not be living with you, will not be the one to take care of you pag may kailangan ka. So live for yourself, grow for yourself, and be happy for yourself. Not because of what you're doing for them or what they're doing for you. Life is about your choice. So make that choice for yourself. I wish you the best
Well,
of
we
luck.
can't give you education.
That's your choice
We
to
can't
make
give you
that.
education. We can't give you a brain. So, I mean, before you open your mouth, then maybe get some back information. That's why I don't say anything unless I verify the information. So I couldn't talk about Sean's license without having the verification from the California State Commission that said that he didn't. And if you guys don't have that, because most of the time you guys don't see anything, you guys think you do. I don't know what you think you see, but there is no verification. You guys believe one person that said it that can't show you any verification. And if that is not the definition of what you guys are, I don't know what to say. Because if one person says it and you believe it and you've never seen verification and you don't know it as true and yet you believe it and you're coming here arguing with me about it when you still haven't answered why he doesn't have a license, I mean, I don't know what to tell you anymore. So
Yeah. Yun
that's
nga,
it.
no? At
I
yun
don't want
nga.
to deal anymore with
Yeah.
Larson.
For me, I wish you guys talaga the best because you guys need it. You guys truly
Oh,
need.
they're all here. This is
Yes.
fun. Teddy's here. Donaire, just mind your own business. Leave Sir Sean alone. You can't F with him, bro. Teddy, he can come. He tried already. He ran last time.
Yes.
But again, Teddy, none of you ever met him. So be quiet.
Yes.
All
You've
of you guys
never
have
met the
never
person.
met him.
You
I
guys
don't
are
care
such
how much money
judgmental. Oh,
he's-
by the way, thank you for coming to our channel and
Yes.
and filling up the number. So please, lahat ng mga kulto nyo ipalagay nyo dito. Please, I am grateful for your
None
for
of
your
you guys can tell me anything. None of you
Yes.
guys can tell me that you've seen
This is fun.
that he is any type of way.
Carlo Robles, shout out to you, bro. Shout out. Yun nga,
So-
no? So again, guys, thank you for taking the time.
And I just would like
And please,
to say, wait,
lahat ng mga
wait.
tao.
What I would like to say is thank you for coming here and creating this again. Because what we were doing was informing people about VADA, which is what your administration manager did not put in. And you guys are all upset and butthurt. So you guys are bringing this up. Our whole point was to show people how, like I said, how to do the VADA website and how to download the forms. And the fact that we just updated it today, I would show you our application, but it has all of our information and it's dated today and I emailed it out today. That was the purpose of this. That's why it's talking about VADA. If I wanted to say something about the other side, it would have been titled caption this. But you guys love to come here and argue with the people in the chat, but go ahead. Continue. It's quite entertaining that we have nothing to do with
Yes,
what you guys
and
are
you guys are
talking
actually
about.
making it very exciting for us. So thank you. I really appreciate
Yeah,
you
I
guys.
literally
Kasi kanina I didn't really know what to say. So thank you guys for for livening up the room. So
Champ, seriously, bakit po sobrang guwapo mo?
thank you. Kasi nag-shave ako eh. Joke lang.
Yeah, you always look better when you
No, I
shave.
haven't shaved yet. Tumataas na yung ano ko. So, yun nga, no. Thank you guys for livening up the and taking the time to have a question with us.
So
Here.
let's talk about this one. Does Sean Gibbons breaking any law in handling Filipino boxing make them make money, famous, and champion? I think I understand what you're saying, but we will see with the law stuff. As far as yung handling or yung making them famous, there's a lot of stuff like, for example, si Mark Maxillo. Shall we talk about Mark Maxillo? We never got to talk about Mark Maxillo. So Mark Maxillo is an amazing champion and has a great wife. They're doing a great job with his career. But I had started seeing fake news. Do you remember this fake news we were talking about?
Which one?
So we were in Cabo and they were saying that Mark Maxillo had made
yes, made
175 plus 300,000 kasi yung 30% of 1 million pay-per-views. So that would give him another 300,000.
So you mean to say he had 1 million viewers?
That's what they're saying.
So you mean to say mas marami pa yung viewers niya kay Pacquiao?
Oh yeah, because Pacquiao's numbers came out, right?
Yes. I guess so. Kung sino man yung nagsasalita doon. I mean, again,
wait.
Again, big respect to Mark. I think Mark is an amazing fighter.
Yes. But the problem is why Mark had an amazing fight. Amazing fight. He did what he did against Gary Russell, and I'm sure eventually they're going to meet again because Gary wants to fight again because he feels like he said he was injured. But at the same time, so we could have just left it there, right? But we wanted to make mayabang and be like, okay, well, and it wasn't Mark that was saying this. This is other people that wanted to buy into the hype. So let me ask you this:
the cult.
Sa tao na sa US who watched the Mark Maxillo fight versus Gary Russell, how much did you pay for pay-per-view? Paki-list.
Sino ba kung sino yung nakapanood sa laban ng pay-per-view? Pakisabi na lang dito. Alam ko yung mga kabila sabi na napanood nila. So, tingnan natin kung magkano yung binili nyo for pay-per-view, please.
Sports Talk PH is from the US.
So Sports Talk PH pay-per-view. There was none. And he said that was fake news because being in the US, we know na talaga wala yung ano eh.
Yan, subscription-based lang yon. This is true. Showtime, you pay a subscription fee per month, and then they do have Showtime pay-per-view. And that would be something that you would talk about, that you would do a 70-30, 60-40, depending on yung, who's the A side and stuff like that. Pero, it's never off the bat. What I mean by that is...
Yeah.
Okay. Can I finish?
Yeah, finish your thing, okay. But I want to answer this.
Oh, see, you can even watch it on free trial.
Yes, that's what I did.
Yeah, we did too. So the point is that a 60-40 split on pay-per-view has to meet a certain threshold. What that means is, let's say they said, okay, we're going to give you, Gary Russell, we're going to give you, 70%. Pero it has to be, you get 70% after yung 200,000 homes hit. So automatically that million goes down to 800,000 homes. Then it's the split from there. It's not even from the front, the very first one that purchases it. But there was no purchase. So I guess what is 30% of free?
Free. Zero.
But why even bother making that as a
free per view? Yes. Free per view.
Like that's what, like, it's so.
So I wanna address this.
Sorry.
Former champion. I fought before. Utang na loob is big for me. So kung utang na loob yung tinitingnan mo, do you think na libre yung ano nila, ginawa nila para sa'yo?
Well, not just that. Can I answer it in a weird way?
Go ahead.
I fought before. Utang na loob for me. Loob is big for me. You should still be fighting then. If you owe them that much, you owe them your life, you should still be fighting. Kahit anong edad, kahit anong nangyari, kahit no.
And
You should still be fighting.
ultimately, kung nagtatanong ka, yung mga premium mo, malalaman mo na maraming hindi hindi pinapakita. Yun lang. Yun lang ang masasabi ko. Kasi nakita ko yun sa mga ibang mga boksingero at iba-ibang promotion at iba-ibang management at kung nakikita ko yun, hindi ako makatulog sa gabi pag wala akong ginawa. For me, kung ano man, kung kukunin nila or hindi yung advice ko, that's up to them. But kailangan kong maisabi yun. So, to that, may utang na loob din sila para sa'yo kasi you're making them money.
Oh. Without you,
Wala din sila.
yep. This is interesting. Yung manager can have multiple boxers. Why do they do that? Because they take a little bit of every single one, or at the max 33% of each of those boxers. But why is it the boxer only gets one? They cannot sign any other managerial contract against another manager. They can't have two managers. They can't have three, right? But you are indebted to this person supposedly, but you're paying your due. Your due is 30% to the manager. You get 70%. That is your due.
Alam mo ba yung kontrata mo, this is a 10,000. No? 10,000 yung makukuha mo. Just example, $10,000. Kukunin pa yun ng 30%, di ba? And then 10% ng coach. So 40% is out. Kukunin pa rin nila yung renta, yung pagkain, lahat when kailangan sila dapat yung magbabayad nun eh. And of course, nakita mo ba yung kontrata mo? Nakita mo ba yung nandun ka ba na nung negotiation nila na nakita mo ba na yung kontrata mo ay galing sa promotion?
Well, I have an interesting question. Well, first of all, let me address this former champion. You're 53. You could still fight. You've seen Tyson. You've seen what's his name? Hopkins. You've seen so many fighters that are still coming back into the ring. You could still fight. So Sports Talk said unlaki ng taxes. Yes, that's a big one.
Plus the taxes. Yes, Sports Talk PH 100%.
Yeah.
You get 30% taking as well as the 40% that's already been taken. That's what 70%. Ilan ba yung matitira sa inyo?
Look at what Diego Benio said. Don King used to charge Mike Tyson thousands of dollars for towels.
Yes,
Towels lang.
towels.
Where they at least do they have a lot of thread count so it's soft?
It's gold.
One time use ba?
Oh man.
For you, but why a small fan boxing group label us did my cult BTM? Why your father-in-law is that fair for us being a supporter? All right, I think this is Eric Matigas. Champ, you know that we support you, but why is remind me I have to say something about Coach Joven. Okay. Champ, you know that we support you, but why us, a small fan boxing group, label us demonic cult BTM, but BTMY? Your father-in-law, that is that fair for us being your supporter in your boxing career? I'd love to answer this question. Here is my question to you. First of all, my father never said that you were demonic. As far as I recall, he just said that you guys are culto. He never put the word demonic. So if someone's telling you that he did, again, stop making this a bigger issue. If you are as far as my father-in-law goes, I will ask you this question, Eric Matigas. Okay? What did my father ever do to you? What did my father ever do to any of them? My father stayed on your lives for 7 hours a day. He sent I believe come by t-shirts. I'm not quite sure, but I'll ask him. And he sent Sherwin shirts. He sent shirts everywhere for TTFY. Out of his own pocket, he sent it. He didn't ask for payment. He didn't even take shipping. He paid for it and he's retired. Okay? And just because he argued with David, and David cussed at him and he cussed back, that's all he said. And I took the phone away from him. All of a sudden, you guys are making fun of him. So tell me that if the one person had gotten upset to the point where he had cussed at my dad, all of you guys believe it and you readily forget his friendship with each and every one of you and his kindness to each and every one of you, then tell me that that isn't the just definition of what my father said. None of you guys can tell me that he did anything to you. Eric Matigas, tell me what my father did to you. Because you can't, none of you guys can. All of you turned your
Para
back.
kayo mga ni,
You guys can come at me all day. I can care less because I fight you guys. But my dad didn't do anything to you guys. Anything. And all of you guys turned your back. So I agree with my father because one, they just decide to, when they say turn your back on them, bash them, unsubscribe them, all of you guys did that. And you didn't leave my dad out of it. The one who you guys spent 7 hours a day with. So yes, that's what it is.
Well, it's just unfortunate, no? Kasi the truth should be readily chosen, but it's, I understand you guys have your own friendship and stuff like that and be blinded by the truth. And I can see that, and that's okay, but you guys have chose that.
But they all turned their back. So that is what it is. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about.
Oh yes, thank you guys again.
Pongo here. Someone said Kuya Pongo, but I don't
Wait,
know.
go back down. Hold on, slowly. No. Hold on, lower. Where is that?
Which one?
This guy, he said he's 53, right? But he challenges me to fight.
Bernard Hopkins fought.
Yeah.
Do you know how old Bernard Hopkins was? Stop making excuses. You said
Yes.
that you owe these people, so you should still be fighting and paying your debt.
When I come back at you when I'm 45 and still fighting because I'm still world champion, maybe I'll laugh at your face for that because I don't make excuses. That's the thing about me. Maybe I'm blessed that I grew up in the States because I don't have that victim mentality. And this
Anyway.
is why I'm teaching people to learn for themselves, to grow for themselves, because that's how you live life, is to grow and see the truth for yourself, not the truth of others that you'll follow blindly. And when you can do that is when you can truly empower yourself. So empower yourself. Don't let others empower you. And I bless you guys to do that.
What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. What's interesting to me is if we are going to base it on the utang, right? Coach Joven. Let's talk about Coach Joven. He had said on a live that he has no contract with MP Promotions and he likes it because of the fact that they're allowed to go and sign with whoever, right? That's what he
Yes.
said. He likes it because they have the freedom to do that.
Yes.
But my question is if you have yung utang na loob, how much are you supposed to continue paying them then? So is it a double pay? Because now you have this new promotion, you have the old promotion that's not really your promotion, but you feel utang. So then is it 30 plus 30 plus 30 tax plus 10% manager plus, or 30% manager, 10% trainer, plus all the stuff at camp? What are you left with? I don't know. Can someone do the math? There's 30%, 30% promotionals. If you do a co-promote with the new promoter with a different promoter, that's another 30. And then 10% for the trainer. And then if you also have a manager, I mean, what are you left with? I think like 10%. It's
You're
really
left with
bad.
a lot
Well,
of
because there's
stuff.
already like
With
yeah,
less stuff. I
you
mean,
might actually be end up paying to fight. That
right?
would suck. Yeah. So, uh, are you guys planning to have your own? No. And honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, even if we decided to have our own promotion, what we're doing is exposing the truth. And if anybody would like to bring up the truth, then they can.
Again, you guys can have your own truth, but prove your truth if
Mhm.
it's real or not. If you ask us, we have proof.
Yeah.
So unless you guys have the proof of your truth, then I will come and apologize to you guys. But none of you guys have even provided any of truth except misspelling.
I know. Bureau of Misspelling. Diego, Pinoy fighters who are making money should think about buying a property in the US to get a tax break. Actually, I think, you know what? I think Maxillo was looking at buying a house, and that's a good idea for them.
Yeah.
It really is. It is. Because, and especially you guys got to think like the rising rent prices, right? And then you're never going to own it. You're just paying someone else's mortgage, and it's not your own. So, I mean, I think that that's
And
good.
the beauty of that is it's an investment, right? So
You can sell
in
it
the
later.
long run, you might buy it for 100,000 or 500,000. Next thing you know, it's 2 million or 3 million. It's crazy. Like in Vegas now, the 100,000 houses are like 500,000.
Yep.
It's insane.
Yeah. And instead of you purchasing it, if you had purchased it before, then you would have had 100,000. And if you wanted to sell it now, you would have had a profit of 400,000 minus any of the payments you would have made to that, instead of paying rental payments to someone else's mortgage. And we've seen so many people get evicted because the prices of the homes are rising. There's barely any rental properties in Las Vegas right now, because of that, and they can't afford it because the landlords are pushing the price higher.
Yes. Yes.
So I mean
I mean,
it is
it's
the best
just
way.
it's always just gonna keep rising, and but anyways, the funny thing is the world in itself needs healing, and yet you guys are filling it up with hatred and anger. Like there's so much things, and this is what I'm saying to you guys. Live your life, live your life, because you might never come out and wake up the
Well,
next day.
But here's the problem is that they never really come to themselves and like look in the mirror. Like I've been looking for, Jay Matigas's answer. What did my father do to you? Voila. He hasn't responded. He hasn't said anything, but he's so, again, completely ignoring the topic, because where did this start and why did you turn your back on my father? I'm not going to bring up any more of your questions and not answer them until you answer that. What did my dad do to personally have you guys all stab him in the back and talk crap about him? When you can answer that, then come back and then,
We'll answer your questions.
we'll answer your question. But until then, this is your circle of trying to distract from the topic because you don't want to answer this question. Answer the question.
Deflection.
Answer the question. What did my father ever do to have you guys all just turn your back on him? Okay, thanks.
And thank you guys again for making this very exciting. I mean, I really truly mean it. And hopefully now, the more that we can talk to this about this, the more that you guys will learn to grow for yourself. You guys, that's what I wish for you guys, is to grow for yourself, to learn for yourself, to judge for yourself the situation. Because ultimately, when you are in your deathbed, are these guys gonna be there for you? Are they gonna pray for you, or are they just gonna forget you?
Mm-hmm.
Life goes on.
Yeah. Let's see. Hi, Ken. Hi, Viajero Mind Vlog.
Hero Mind Vlog. Hey guys. Again, big shout out, and again, thank you guys for coming in here. It's just from VADA to this stuff. I mean, this is life, right? This is life. So let's let it out. You know what? You guys there from the other side, speak and be angry and be hateful. But hopefully at the end of it all, may malalaman kayo sa sarili nyo. Tingnan nyo sarili nyo.
I still haven't seen an answer, so question. Ooh, prediction about Spence versus Ugas.
Ooh, that's a good fight. Spence versus Ugas. Spence, depende kung sino yung Spence na mapupunta doon, or whoever's fighting, right? And of course, Ugas is a very tough guy. He'll fight, and as you can see, Manny couldn't really move as much because uh um sasabay si Ugas. So as you know, in all the fights with Ugas, with Porter, with everybody, nahihirapan sila kay Ugas. So I think that's a very, very good fight. And then Stevenson Valdez fight, depende rin kasi maganda yung lakas ni Valdez, but then you have Stevenson, who is a very slick fighter and the taller
But
guy.
can I go back to Spence?
Yeah.
He's been out of
He's been out.
for a
He's been out, and of
while.
course, 'di ba? We want to say na
He was
yung ano,
healing his
he's
eye.
healing his eye, kung ano ba yon, or will it affect his mind, or ganon, 'di ba? So all of that, there's a question kung ano yung maibibigay ni Spence.
Yeah. And then okay, so Valdez.
So
Is he the-
Valdez, I think Valdez is a powerful puncher. If he
He
can time
is.
Stevenson well, I think that what Valdez needs to work on is timing, because Stevenson is slick, he's southpaw, he has great jabs, he has great movement, and he can win by decision, but
Mm.
Valdez needs to time that well. And and this is something that people should know, timing will always beat speed.
Well, I mean Valdez is such an exciting fighter. I was kind of disappointed with his last fight because of, he had so many distractions with what was going on about the VADA test, the commissions, and all that stuff. Oh, Franco's on the card. Can you stop? So with that being said, he didn't know if he was fighting, wasn't fighting, he was fighting. He had to wait on the commissions, he had to wait on what the ruling of the promotions were going to be, all of that. So I think he wasn't showing the best of Oscar Valdez on that night, and I'm hoping to see a less distracted Oscar Valdez in the fight against Stevenson, because he's going to have to start putting together those power punches, because I feel like Stevenson is just going to tap him and build up the points.
Right, build up the points. Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Somebody
what were
said
you
something.
pointing?
I think it was Diego who said something about
I will not see. Ken.
Franco.
I mean, Ken. But the Eric has not answered my question, so I'm ignoring his thing.
Yes.
But Franco's fighting. Oh,
Yeah,
remember
go
that
up,
was the
up, up,
boxer
up,
that I
down,
was
down,
talking
down,
about.
down. You already passed it. Yes.
I think Diego said it, right?
I know. You're going up instead of going down.
It's right here.
Oh, you went up. Okay. Okay.
Do you want? No, I don't want you to be the admin. You'd suck at this. Are you guys gonna watch the mega box? You know what, Diego? Can you pass me the link? Maybe we'll just do a commentary. Well, we'll be on cam, but we'll watch it on the side. We want to respect their event. And then we'll be able to watch it. Franco was the one that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'd be really exciting to see. And I love how
that the other kid
that was the kid that I told you wants to be slicker and wants to work on likes the jab and stuff like that, and really does like seeing American how American boxing is and emulate it. So it would be really interesting to see. Oh, you guys are fighting. It's actually pretty funny.
Well, let it all out, guys. Emotion. And hopefully, again, through all of this, I hope to see that na makikita niyo yung sarili niyo. Kung ano yung pagbabago na kailangan niyong gawin. I'm not here to judge you, but look upon yourselves in the mirror sa sinasabi niyo, sa sarili niyo, sa sinasabi niyo sa ibang tao. Champ, Nonito, I'm going to Disneyland on my
money on Ugas.
Disneyland on my Ugas. So
you won one.
Yes, Kuya Rufino has money on Ugas. Good night, brother and sister. Good night mo, Kuya Rufino. Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yun nga, no? Just hopefully na, again, learn for yourselves. Have your own thoughts. Have your own heart. Don't be don't be
Oh.
influenced.
Uh, so the Japanese government, as we keep saying, is the ones that need to do stuff. And until that point, we have no news about the fight because, as you know, March 1st was the first time that they allowed anybody back into the country, and it's only business visas at student visas.
Yes.
Now, of course, we would want them to open up the borders fully, tourist visas. So then the Filipinos that want to be able to travel over to Japan can watch. We can get full support. But they have not announced anything yet because I think they're taking it, it's been less than a month that they opened their borders. They opened it 24 days ago. So we have to dahan-dahan lang, let them take it small step at a time. So yeah.
Yes.
You guys have been attacking, maligning Sean Gibbons even before QA and Rigo fight. Actually, no, that's not correct. Astronomical, please go back into your book and read. That is not correct. We were actually completely fine. So after, I mean, how many years of knowing him? 10 years maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe
we
13
were
years?
we were friends.
Yeah.
We
So
were friends. It was
10
during the Casemiro situation that
In June.
it turned.
the week
It
after my
turned.
birthday.
You know, we used to call him Woody. Hey, Woody, what's up,
Yep.
Woody? And then all of a sudden, you know,
See, this is what's crazy to me. So I'm just gonna assume, okay, I'm gonna assume right now that someone told you this story and
yes,
you
and you
believed
believed
it.
it exactly.
That is madness.
But see, again, wherever you got this information, please look upon
It's on
yourself.
Twitter. The whole
Look
thing's on
upon
Twitter.
yourself. If you are judging or if you are just being manipulated, look upon yourself and learn. There's no hypocrisy into it. Learn for yourself.
Yeah,
That's
someone
not
told them the
hypocrisy.
story.
If it comes from other people, that means you are listening to other people without
How come I can't see
going
Pongo?
into understand. Maybe he's blocked. I don't know. You
Oh
go look.
no, Thunder Rangers Pongo. I think it's Kuya Pongo. Oh, now I know which one you are. Okay, hi Pongo. I haven't seen him forever. Where
Yeah.
has he been? He's been hiding. What color combinations is the champ going to wear for the monster fight? When there will be the fight for Inoue, it will be what, the same, blue and orange. Yeah?
When it's officially announced, I'll probably go with the same color. You know, I've been it's blue for the chakra of blue, which is in our throat to be able to speak your truth. And this is why I'm telling everybody this is me becoming my truth. And of course, the orange, which is the body's being honest to your body, being you, being expressive from your voice to your body. And this is why I chose the blue, because this is my time still. In April, Japan will open the border. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's good.
That's great.
Because
Hopefully, nah. Yeah. That's
well, there's
freaking
the
great.
Triple G Murata fight that's in April. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, I would guess that then there could be actually tourists that can go and
Yeah, it
watch
would be
the
amazing.
Murata Triple G fight.
Yes.
See, we're learning new things every day. Maybe tomorrow they'll call us and say, "Hey, guess what? Everything's done. Yay!" I don't know. Richard's also an update with that. Richard's also been gone for about 2.5 weeks now. He was in Dubai for the fight with there was Sunny Edwards, there was Regis Progress, there was a bunch of other boxers on the cards, but it was a 2-day fight, so it was pretty exciting. There was a Friday fight and a Saturday fight.
Yes.
Full box cards, and so we don't have any updates. We didn't want to bother Richard on this huge Probellum card fight weekend with all the press and all the media stuff and all the workouts. Like us, asking him like, "Hey, so what's going on?" It's not going to change. So
Yes.
we've been patient, and I'm sure when Richard comes back, he said at the end of the month. I just don't know what date. He'll call us and give us what updates
Information.
are
Yes.
with what's going on with the negotiation. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason we haven't said anything, because we only say things that are true. So we're not gonna assume. Well, I can't.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
I can't
To
say this guy
yeah, no,
because
no,
he's
no. It's
not.
fine. No.
He hasn't
To
answered my question yet.
yes, of course, of course. But lahat po kayo na and I'm not claiming anything, huh? We're not claiming anything.
What
We
am I doing?
prove to you guys, no? So kung may masasabi man kayo, then magdala po kayo ng proof. And kung tama yung proof nyo, I will 100% apologize here. And even if you want me on my knees to apologize, I will. But prove to me na tama yung sinabi nyo.
You guys are fighting down here. Okay. Diego, who designs and makes your boxing belt? Your outside, inside, and outside the ring has always been my favorite. Mizuno. Well, you pick it.
Well, Mizuno is the they will make the for me, but I pick the color, I pick the materials. So it's just my design. It's just that they will make it for me.
Yan. Son Goku Trump.
Ha ha! Super Saiyan, baby.
Yes. Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. So I mean, how long? Mizuno's done your trunks for quite some time. Before
For a
it
very
was
long time.
Everlast was doing
Before it was
trunks.
Everlast, and then we got with Mizuno, and we've been working with them, and they've been amazing. And of course, I still have a lot of love for Everlast, who's done a lot for me. From the gloves that I wear, from the shoes, from just everything. I mean, Mizuno's doing the shoes, but all of that stuff. Everlast. So thank you to Everlast as well.
Mm-hmm. And they make his gloves, and
Yes.
we're making sure.
We're making sure that we make the right gloves this time.
Super
Yes,
sure.
yes.
I personally watched it during the argument that happened between you and SB last year during QA Rigo Camp when SB defending QA. Go watch it again. Well, first of all, that's at the end of the argument already.
Yes.
That was there's a at the end of the argument there's a start to the argument.
There's a start to the argument of why it all started.
Yeah, go look and see why it started.
Yes.
Okay, and who started coming at who and personally attacking who. Okay,
Yes.
and then come back. It shouldn't take you really long. It's on Twitter.
And again, you have the choice to research for yourself and know for yourself. That's just how it is.
Gosh, you guys are fighting this. Errol Spence 3 said, "What's up?"
Hey, Errol Spence the third.
This is Pango. I think he's going to sleep, or I don't know, but I think he's going. Bye, Pango.
Bye, Pongo. Be
Haven't seen you
safe.
for a
Take
while.
care. And be healthy, man. So yes.
Are you
So
willing
please
to
do.
move up to 126 again? Ooh.
Maybe the right fight. I will. Like a Santa Cruz fight or something. So that's pretty much it.
Is
It's
Santa Cruz back at
yeah. He fought at 126. Remember, his dad wants him to fight at 126. So he went down to 126.
Mm.
The last fight was 126. So that's why they're trying to make a fight with Maxillo this time.
But Maxillo has to fight Ray Vargas.
First, yes.
Ah.
Wala bang chance na gawin sa US fight niyo ni Inoue? I know it's a business decision, kaya sa Japan gagawin. Pero ganda sana kung sa US. Man, I know. Mas maganda talaga pag nasa US because nandito lahat eh. Everything else is here.
We always put in like what we would like to do, but
That means
we've been asking how many times to fight in the Bay Area.
Bay Area or here in Vegas.
But the thing is that it really depends on the deals the promotions can make with the sports complex or wherever it's going to be held, the arena. If it's not if it's too high of a price that the arena is asking for, and there's no benefits or comps, then they'll go to a place that actually like supports them. Diego Bandito said it would be cool if you could come in a press conference wearing a Barong inspired kimono. How would that work? I don't know how that would work because it doesn't flow like a kimono.
Oh, I think I know.
Wait,
So
a kimono is like
a
what?
barong top with those Japanese bottoms, right?
But
Like those samurai pants.
but
and
they cross over like my robe. They cross over.
Yes, I know that, but I'm saying it's like it could be just.
Diego,
I will decide. I will design it. Now you're
Diego, do
making
you
me
have a
think.
sketch?
Yeah, I'm gonna design it. I see where you're going here, Diego. I think I can do that.
Ay, nako.
Okay.
Which one? Oh,
Thank you, Zenzi's. Nonito, give me your top three Mexican boxers today. I would say Canelo. Oh man, Canelo. Who else is a good Mexican fighter?
there's a lot.
I know, but I'm
In
picky.
order?
But Canelo's on top. That's definitely. I mean, we have
Canelo's on top of everybody, even non-Mexican boxers.
yeah. Help me out.
I mean, you have
I mean,
you have
Benavides.
you have Benavides, you
Yeah,
have
Valdez.
you have
You have a lot. But I'll go with it. But Canelo's definitely on top for me.
and then who are the other two?
Uh, I mean, just
There's
help me
so
out.
many.
but this as well, you know, and yeah,
Who gets the last one?
I don't know.
All right. Boxing Channel says I was in Glasgow watching Taylor versus Branchek and Inoue versus Rodriguez, and who's walking past me? No need to Rachel. At that moment, I was the only one you stopped to take a picture for. Oh,
Thank you, the Boxing Channel. I mean, again, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for your.
I remember that fight.
Yeah.
That was this. Wasn't that the fight where I went to the bathroom?
Yeah, and then boom, knockout.
Yeah. So, there was it was the Inoue Rodriguez, and I think I was like, I really need to go to the bathroom. And then I went to the bathroom and I walked back, and I was like, and as I'm walking back to my seat, the entire crowd erupts and they're like, he's out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, seriously? And then we got to watch Taylor versus Branchek, who
That was a great fight too.
that was a good
That
fight
was
too.
a great fight. You know.
That was a good fight. And in case you guys don't know, here's a little bit of trivia. I love Josh Taylor because he used to be a Taekwondo champion.
There you go.
That's why if you look at his foot movement, it kind of looks like he's about to kick you. It's actually quite funny. So, they got to bring high fashion to the Philippines. That is true. But I just don't know how we would do a barong kimono.
I don't know about kimono.
You're still thinking.
I'm thinking about it. I will look into it, and I will definitely make it. You know, make it.
Mm. Left hook to Inoue's eye with an everlast blow.
We will see.
Well, we will have the everlast.
We will have that.
It'll land in his eyes. So
Yes.
please come to the UK to fight.
I would love to, man. You guys are, you know,
we fought in
but
Isn't Glasgow
only,
UK?
but only if you guys sing as loud for me.
I've never seen any boxing environment like this as how it is in the UK, even in Belfast. It's crazy. You guys actually sing karaoke in the middle of
Yes.
matches. It is and all of you guys know all the words. It is amazing. Like it's like you guys make your
awesome,
own
man.
mini karaoke boxing event. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
So we already answered that one.
Yeah.
Maxillo versus Donaire. I think we're only gonna move up if it's
Santa
Santa
Cruz. That's the fight that I want. Is Santa Cruz.
because you have
That's
to
pretty
remember
much
there's
it.
history there that they were all.
We were supposed to be fighting at one point,
Yeah.
either in the 118, 22, or 26, but it never happened. So
Mm.
we want to make that happen,
And then
just
the
for
same
the
with
fun
the
of it.
Abner
You know, same
Mares
with
was the
Abner. You
same.
know,
Yep.
I mean, these guys are tremendous legends in the boxing world. You know, they've been in the game for a long time and are very, very successful. So all I have is great respect for them. I know Sports Talk PH. That's one thing I want. You know, this is why I'll go down for either Estrada or Chocolatito, but only when they have that belt. And that's what I want. It's just to fight for that and get the 5th division.
Yep. What in the world? Battle of the Managers, Francis Rachel Donaire versus Maxillo. I don't even know why there'd be a battle of the managers. It's just super simple with with contracts most of the time. Hold on. I know it when Memo disrespected Miss Rachel, but not Sean. Really? Maybe go check what memes he did of me
Yes.
and ask if I said anything personally back or did any memes back. Please go back to Twitter, do your homework, and come back. I love
Yes.
sending you on homework assignments. It's great.
Yes. Thank you for checking though. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you checking because you're actually trying to find out the truth, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Go back, come back, and then let me know.
Get your dad. Nag-iisip ako ng mag-isa, hindi kamukha nyo sunod-sunod.
Uy.
That is from Tatay Jerry. Yeah, again, Zenzi's, it was,
Do you want to look on your phone for top Mexican boxers
no,
and then you could
I
agree
know,
or disagree?
it's Canelo, Valdez, and the last one,
Sports IQ TV. Go ahead. He's gonna look up top. Just look up top
Oh.
Mexican boxers, and then the top 10, like if you agree or disagree, or the top 3 that you like out of that list. Hi, good day, champ and Ma'am Rachel. Ask ko lang, champ, kung kakasahan mo ba yung sabi ni David na sparring kayo? No. Why would we go to Battle of the YouTubers? I don't understand that. Like, no. No. If Nonito said if he would like to go to a street fight and just off cameras and fight in the gym, with no glorious lights and cameras, he'll do that. But besides that, no. Besides, the liability waiver on that would need to be enormous. Ryan Garcia versus Tago.
to go. Yeah, to go, please. Take out. I want take out. Okay, Zenzi's, Canelo Alvarez. I don't know if Teofimo is Mexican. I don't think he's Mexican. He's Mexican.
No, I didn't think so.
Okay, Canelo Alvarez.
Who put that?
No, he's Hispanic. Hispanic.
Oh, Hispanic.
Jose Ramirez
Ooh.
and Gilberto Ramirez. Those are yes.
Oh, it's Hispanic
Those
boxers.
are the
Yeah,
guys I
Chifimo's not
like a lot.
Mexican.
You know, Gilberto Ramirez is an amazing fighter, and of course Jose Ramirez is a tremendous fighter, and of course Canelo Alvarez. And I'm gonna add Jesse Vargas on the fourth one there because he will show up and probably take the top 2, 3, 4 spot. 2, 3 spot. You watch.
Skylar, I really like the way you talk to your critics, Mom Rachel. It's like you're talking to some kids. You're a real G. Literally, it's just redirecting. This is the argument. What did my father do to you that you're so pissed off at my dad? And if you can't answer that and you're going to the side, then you need to be guided. This is a question. Please answer the question in a full sentence. Your father did this. So then, I mean, to make it easier for you guys. So then you know that you're staying
Your
100%
father did this. ...
Yes. Formers, you need Sean Givens. Never did, never will. Sorry, we've done our whole career without him.
Yes,
I don't know what
exactly.
you. Where did that come from?
Well, he needs Sean
How
Gibbons to
about
give him fight.
Navarrete?
Navarrete is good. You know, Emmanuel Navarrete is really good as well. You know, he's in a tough division right now. So that's that. We'll see how he fares. You know, so we'll see how that goes.
14 years old. Hi, Steven. He's admiring your left hook for a
Thank
very long
you, Steven. It's about balance and proper rotation, learning how to do the perfect timing to throw the perfect left hook. And thank you.
Sugar Poppy said Isaac Cruz.
The Pitbull is
He is Mexican.
he's a fighter. He's a fighter, but I don't think he belongs in that.
Out of
in
all
that.
top 3 of
He doesn't
all
belong in that
Mexicans
level.
in all divisions,
He's a tough guy, that's for
yeah,
sure.
he's an exciting boxer and tough and totally looks like a pitbull.
Yes,
Completely, his
but-
name fits him.
yes, but I don't think he belongs in
the
in
top
that in that
3?
top 3.
Top 3 is hard to get.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now you guys are just being funny. A follow-up question, champ. Your top 3 boxing coaches and trainers of all time. Your
Top
dad's
3
one.
boxing coaches, trainers of all time. I mean, you got Angelo Dundee. You know, man. This one right here. Angelo Dundee, Emmanuel Stewart, and who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who can I put the third one? But I go with Angelo Dundee, Emmanuel Stewart, and then the third one has to be. I mean, there's so many great fighters. I mean, I could say Freddie Roach. I can say a lot of the guys, who just who could be anybody in that level. But let's just stick with Freddie right now. Oh, my boy, Robert Garcia. Yes. My two favorite fighter of the last 15, 20 years are Pacquiao, Donaire. So to see you guys in the UK was such a great feeling. Uh, no, thank you, the Boxing Channel. I'm really grateful for your support, man. Thank
Ooh,
you. Difference between Filipino
what a
and
good
Filipino Americans.
question. That is a good question. Well, let's see.
Let's have the Philam here talk. I'll be the Filipino.
Well, I think one of the biggest things, well, and let's not just say Filipino Americans, Filipino Europeans, Filipino, whatever.
Yes.
I think one of the things as being a Filipina American is that we're always trying to constantly represent the Philippines and we're trying to connect with our roots. Yung problema is when we try, we're not seen as Filipino. And I think
Yes.
that leaves us in a weird place because in America, we're seen as Filipino.
Right.
We're not even considered Filipino American. You're just Filipino because that's what
Right.
you are. And then when we go back home to the Philippines and we're like so
We're
happy,
Americans.
we're American. Now, if you see what's interesting to me is when you see a lot of the former designers in the Philippines, or not designers, but designers. In the Philippines, they try to push out like different designs, right? But when you see the designers here, even the small time designers, the ones that are really trying to push our heritage, PST is one of them. There's a bunch of different Filipino groups that they're always making T-shirts, and you see them at the festivals that we have, the Independence Day for Philippines in the US. We all come together. It's huge, and we're all so proudly wearing the flag. But when we go home, we're looked at differently,
Yes.
and I think that that is a huge thing. I also think because we were brought up in the States, and we're so used to people telling us to speak our mind, when we go back home, we're told that we're not supposed to be a certain type of way.
Yes.
And we're supposed to be utang na loob, regardless if it's cutting off both of our legs for that type of relationship. Um, yeah.
And I
Would you
guess
like to
they just don't understand that. Me being Filipino, growing up or was born in the Philippines, for me, it was something that it was very difficult because I was told a certain way, and then when I learned to the American ways of things and being around them, of self-expression, and then when you go back to the Philippines, it has to be kasi if you're saying something, pag magsasalita ka to your heart, to them it's like mayabang, you know and that's why I've always seen as mayabang, because I've always spoken from my personal heart, and that's the biggest thing about it that's different between the Filipinos and Filipino Americans. What's that?
June Iscario did one of my wedding dresses,
Yes. Yes.
right?
And
Francis
Francis
Libiran.
Leviran. Yes.
Yeah. So I had 2 dresses for the wedding. I thought June Iscario did one of them,
Yes.
right?
He did one of them, and he did my suit as well.
Did you do your suit?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember. That was like more than a decade ago. Oh, someone said, what about Roger Mayweather?
Roger is great. His style can only work for Floyd. Oh shit,
You forgot.
Mongia. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot
See?
Mongia.
See?
Senseis. Okay, Sen says Mongia. Put Mongia in there. Canelo, Mongia, Ramirez. Damn, Zordo too is good. Damn it. So yes, they can be on the third thing, but yeah, Mongia is amazing too. Thank you, APCC man. And Senses, there you go. That's my number. That's my top 3.
Yes. So are we done with the film? And like the thing about our culture,
Go back into that.
what films are snobbier? I don't think we're
So
snobbier.
film is again, it's not so much that we're snobbier. It's more of the fact that we speak our truth, and sometimes for our Filipinos, hindi nila ano yun eh,
Nahihiya.
because nahihiya
Mm.
sila eh. At saka tinatago nila yung talagang gusto nilang sabihin. For us,
For
we
example,
speak.
Can we, for example?
For example,
When people come to the fight, okay, because they're supposed to be supporting Nonito, and they wanted to get a free room or a free ticket that they felt they were deserving, but they didn't ask for it. And I'm supposed to read their mind. That's an example of them not of being
communication, no?
not just communication. Yung what did I just say? I said a Filipino word.
Utang na loob?
No,
No.
they're them being embarrassed. Embarrassed. What was the word I used?
Ah,
Anyway, they're embarrassed to ask. So, and then that embarrassment of embarrassing to ask leads to resentment because they feel like they should have been given something, but they
Yes.
didn't ask for it.
So yun nga no, they expect may maraming expectation mga Pilipino na for us Filipino Americans, we clarify that. No? Kung may gusto namin sasabihin namin like, hey yo, do you think you can hook me up with a room? And then they say no. Okay, that's cool. But we don't go and say he's gonna hook me up because I've been around him or whatever.
This
Right?
is interesting. Filipinos are harder workers. So, what's interesting about this is Filipinos, I believe, are hardworking anywhere they go. Now, let's compare, right? I have some friends in the Philippines that are very hardworking and they have nannies, right? We're in the US working hard. There's Filipino nurses here that work extremely hard but don't have nannies. Now, the comparison of the two, if the Filipino from the Philippines comes and it goes anywhere without the nanny, I have heard so much complaints. It's crazy to me because our boys are with us 24/7. I mean, well, sometimes my parents help out or they sleep at my parents' house, but hard is different for each person. In the US, it's hard because they don't have yayas, they don't have drivers, they don't have house katulong, right? They have to take on more work. In the Philippines, it's harder because it's harder because they have yayas. So they rely on the yayas to take care of their children as well. In addition to, oh my God, the traffic's horrible in the Philippines. The pay is not as well as it is in the States, so they have to work harder, right? Some of them work in the call centers because it's better pay, but their hours are shifted to the US. So I think it's never good to generalize or say like this person works harder than this person because circumstances and situations and what is hard for one person might not be hard for the other person, but that other person has different obstacles that the other person can overcome just as easily.
Yes.
Ooh, good question. Do Filipino Americans really say they are more of a Pacific Islander rather than Asian? Legit question. I would like to answer that.
Go. And I like to answer mine too.
It's more of the question of the fact that when we were in school, they, geography based, they were saying this, right? And then when we have to do all these circle little bubbles about which one you are, and they're like, okay, you can only pick one. Before you could only pick one. Now you could actually color in every single nationality or ethnicity you are.
And preferences.
But before there was no, a long time ago, there was no Pacific Islander.
Yes.
It was just Asian. You're either
Yes.
Asian, Caucasian, African American, or Hispanic.
Yes.
That was it. So we
Yes.
were all in the Asian category. Then
Mhm.
Pacific Islander came around, and it was like the school systems were explained to me. It was like, no, if you're from this region,
You're
you're
Pacific
a Pacific Islander.
Yes. For me, I've always filled up Asian because that's what I've done when I stepped into the United States. That was the thing. It was it was Asian. So when people say I'm Asian, I just, Pacific Islander Asian, I just don't have any preferences. If I hear Asian, yeah, I'm Asian. If I hear Pacific Islander, yeah, I'm Pacific Islander. So for me, I just don't have that preferences. It's either way, I'm not offended.
What about your 3 top Filipino fighters today? Okay, this has to be active. This can't be ones in the, or do you want to just do past ones?
The active ones, I mean, yeah, great fighters. I mean, I'm a big
Well, right now, who are the champions?
Casemiro. I'm out of there, of course.
Yeah, you
I'm
said not including
yeah.
yourself. Magsayo.
Magsayo,
Is there
and
another
then
champion?
Angkahas.
Magsayo's
But then
not a
I'm a,
champion anymore.
I know, but it's not so much champion. It's more of it's more of
The top?
the top that I think, and of course,
Mm.
I think Donnie Nietes is still one big guy
Yeah.
for me because I'm a big believer in that guy.
What if Magsayo beat Santa Cruz? Will you fight Magsayo instead? Again, this is about their old history. Nonito doesn't have history with Mark. It's really Santa Cruz and Mars. If Mars comes back, we'll fight Mars too.
Yeah,
Depending on the weight. I don't know how much
Yeah.
Mars is trying to.
I mean,
fight
yeah,
at.
it's just more of like just things that we want to fight that should have happened a long time ago.
So so US kahit mamayan ka, maghugas ng plato at mag-vacuum. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I wash the dishes all the time. I do
Did you
my
wash it
laundry. All
today?
that. Yes, I did. It's clean. If you look
Ah,
well,
it's clean.
the kids just ate, so you know. But yeah, I
It actually really is like refreshing to do your own stuff though. Like I mean, eventually of course it gets tiring, especially because him and the boys change like 4 times a day. But just taking pride in what you own by cleaning it yourself and putting it away. I think when we don't take care of the things that we have, we forget to appreciate it. There's a
Yeah.
reason you have, dishes. It's because you had food,
right.
you
And I think it's important to understand that in everything that we do, there's a consequences, right? Or there's a reaction. There's to every action. Like say for there's a thing to every action. There's stuff. Like say when you're eating, there's dishes to clean up. I mean, if you're paying somebody, then your money is taken. So all of that,
Mm.
there's always an exchange, and I call that alchemy, right? In life, alchemy is all around us. It's a shift of energy to another. So yeah, that's pretty much what it all comes down to. It's not so much as how hard you work, it's what situation you are put in that you trade in for. Life is always a trade for something. HF, can you name your
Of
top
all
three
time.
bat man? This is
That's a hard
that's a
one.
lot. There's a lot, man.
Of
There's
all time. Yo,
Yeah.
boss bullets here. Sorry. I
Yo, hey, boss bullet,
scrubbed.
what's up, bro?
You have to lift as much as boss bullets lifts.
I can't. I won't be able to do that.
What do you think of Marvin Sansona's comeback fight? We have not been honestly.
From what I
everybody-
hear, he's fighting at 160, 140,
I don't know.
something like that. From somebody, and that's crazy to me. That's just crazy to me.
Is
So
he one? How much taller is he?
it's about my height.
I know. I'm going.
Yeah.
going.
So yeah, it's about my height, I think. But that's just this is crazy to me.
Yeah. We haven't watched Marvin Sansona's yet. We've been meaning to. We've been really busy, but we wanted to watch Marvin Sansona's, the Martin versus Baldonado, and then there's a couple more we wanted to watch, but we just haven't had the time. I feel
Yes.
like there's so many
Yeah,
fights.
so many fights.
Like this weekend, there's another fight. We're gonna do a breakdown about
well, that's what we plan to do. At
Birchelt
least,
and Natipula. No, it's not Natipula. What is his name?
Nakatila.
Nakatila.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's how you
Yes,
pronounce it?
Nakatila.
Okay. So that's it. Do you have any Asian hate experiencing happening
My
right now?
father actually, my father talked to me that he's very afraid to go out at one point because of all this Asian hate. I don't know if he ever had any Asian hate experiences, but he was that bad in the Bay Area. And for me and her, we're ready to go. I wish you would.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't know if it's we haven't encountered it.
Yes.
What I have encountered is just ignorant people. Um, I remember my friend was arguing with the restaurant manager at one point, and they had separated us, right? Because there was a COVID capacity limit. Um, and he was asking, he's like, "Well, why did you let those puti people over there hit the maximum capacity?" And they're like, "Well, they're only sitting there for 5 minutes." And my friend was like, "Well, is it because of our color?" And he's like, "I didn't say anything about her being what did he say? Did he say Japanese or China? I think it was like Japanese. And he was like, I didn't say anything about her being Japanese and that guy being black, who wasn't black. That guy wasn't black. He was Cuban and
Yeah.
just really dark
Dark.
Cuban.
Yeah.
And saying that I was Japanese, and I looked at him and was like, I'm not Japanese. And he's like, well, whatever. And it's like, no, actually, it's not whatever. But it's ignorant. It's for us. I mean, we haven't experienced the Asian hate. Vegas is a pretty diverse town, don't you think?
Vegas is very diverse. Yes, very very diverse. And just the same thing everywhere we go. Really, there's a diversity of religion, diversity of faith, of just everything.
I
Thoughts, perspective, and all that stuff.
I want to put this up there because of the message, but can you change your name?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
But thank you for supporting us.
Yep.
The Bay Area miss you guys,
Cool.
Byron. You would beat Kiko Martinez and Warrington easy. And he plans to move back to 126. Um, I would just only go up to 126 again for the Santa Cruz or Maris fight. I think those are great fights that needs to happen. But aside from that, this is where I always been comfortable at this division.
There was one that I saw. Oh, Sports Talk page.
What do you think went wrong about the career of Albert Pagara? Potential world champion pero hindi nangyari. I think that he still had the possibility. It just needs a lot of support and help to get him there. And I think he has the experience, and as well, he has the potential. Yun
Well,
nga,
I think that
potential.
there's
Nandun nga
a
yung potential niya eh.
but he's had issues only because Allah closed, right?
Uh-huh.
So then it's like he had to, him and Donnie, well, all the boxers of Allah had to go and find their own. And forging a new path with someone you don't know, a promoter you don't know, is different. It really is different. And you have to figure out who you're gonna sign with, who you trust to guide your career at that point. Like, because it came out of the blue. Allah closing down came out of,
Yeah,
yeah,
it just came out of nowhere.
I mean, you kind of expected it with COVID. But at the same time, these boxers, their careers got stagnated because they had to find someone else. Hi, Pastor.
Hello,
Cheryl.
Pastor. Hello.
Haven't seen you for a bit.
Yes, and hopefully you're doing well. You're doing well. And again, you know me, and I always do wish everyone the best.
He's watching us discussing boxing live.
Oh, thank you, man.
These guys. Now Donald Trump is in the building.
Donald Trump.
Oh, this is
Good
sorry.
vibes. Good
Sports
vibes.
Talk. A Sports IQ TV had. Couldn't find this one. It was saying if you could answer this one.
If
I need to
both
go to
Manny
bathroom.
and you fight with your primes, who do you think will win? And what weight would it be possible to happen? Since I was a kid, I was waiting for this. I mean, I think at our optimal weight would be 122 for me.
Or was that his prime?
Yeah, that's where he started. That's where he got Libuada.
But his prime.
That is his prime. I mean, I thought he was one of the best at that time. He beat everybody at that time. I mean, he just started moving up after that.
But he
Duterte
had
is
some of me.
absent. you know, I mean, I don't ever put myself in a situation that never really happened, but we can think about that. I think that I mean, man is an incredible thing. I don't even dare to even compare myself in that thing, but I'm capable. I'm also capable with what I am with my intelligence, but that's something that I'd like to keep the respect between Manny and I.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird, right? Like you guys are different ways. I mean, 122, is a whole different. Like your journey at 122 was different. Like, do you compare the timeline of okay, so where were you at 122 and where was he at 122?
Yeah.
Whose prime do you move it to?
Right.
Or do we move it back to 118 because this is your second prime?
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's
I
kind
mean,
of
somebody here
good
something.
question though.
Yeah, very good question. Somebody here said something about what do I think about Filipino American calling Filipinos fob. I was called fob all my life. I'm still being called fob at times.
Does people know, like, okay, so if there's people here that don't know what fob means, it
It's
means
fresh off the boat.
There's actually a
And
TV
I'm
show,
proud.
but
And I am proud to
but
be
you
a
didn't
fob.
come on a boat. You came on a plane.
Well,
So
fresh
fob.
off the pop. So I was proud, It was like, yeah, I'm from the Philippines. It's those people that are being offended to be called fresh off the boat because they're trying to be somebody. When they called me fresh off the boat, I was always like, yeah, I don't speak good English at that time. I took it. But for those people that are offended by it, why? Because I was fresh. I was fresh off everything. I didn't speak English when I came into the United States.
Nope, Visayan.
All I had was be sign. When somebody tried to talk to me, I just walk away. I would look at them in shock and walk away because I didn't know how to talk English. But when they called me fo, when I started to understand it, I wasn't offended because you know
Well,
what?
let's put it this way. Okay, so Americans or Filipino Americans or whatever, even Chinese Americans do the same. That's why there's this show called Fresh Off the Boat on, I can't remember which channel, and it's actually Chinese. So that whole thing about people from Philippines or China, whatever, coming over and they're being called fobs. But when we come home as American, it's nosebleed.
Nosebleed or mayabang because we're talking in English and we can't speak Tagalog.
Yeah.
Like
So both has their problems of
yes,
and
we can't
both-
just look at the other side without looking at the other
yeah,
side.
it's twofold. And I'm not saying
Yes.
everybody does this to everybody because
Yes.
for sure I never call people fobs. That's not like a thing. The
You
only
call me
time
fob all the time. What are you talking
well, I say
about?
you fob out. That's
Yeah.
because you
I do,
switch
I
the
do.
letters and stuff like
As
that.
you can see earlier, it's like I always tend to add an S
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
instead of like the feeling. I said feelings.
You know, when the first time I ever heard the word fob, it was actually in Teddy Ruxpin. The
Really?
fobs were these little guys that had no color, and they were looking for the color. And anyway, they found the rainbow, and they all turned different colors. But that's what I thought it was for a long time when I was growing. I was like, what do they mean, fob? Isn't that the little guy in Teddy Ruxpin? I'm gonna show you next time we go live. I'm showing you a picture of the fobs in Teddy Ruxpin.
Yes.
And Teddy Ruxpin was the little.
Oh, RM here. I remember you mentioned fasting, champ. Do you do at least intermittent fasting during training camp? I heard so many benefits with intermittent fasting, mainly giving more energy, mind clarity, and focus. RM, that's a great thing to talk about because I do fast a lot because I do a lot of meditation. But for me, fasting if you look at the research on fasting, how much benefits that it not just intermittent fasting. For me, I do all out fasting. So for her, she does a lot of intermittent fasting. For me, I do fasting. So if I'm sparring on Monday, I spar two times a week only, Monday and Friday. So Sunday, if I'm sparring on Monday, Sunday I won't eat anymore, and then Monday I'll spar, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night I'll eat because I'm sparring on Friday. So that's about 5 days of fasting. Usually I do that. Maybe this is why I can make the weight so easily, but point of it all, my focus on fasting is to clear my body. and to cleanse my body so that it's focusing on healing. And this is why maybe perhaps I am parang my body is rejuvenated, is being youthful because I'm focusing all my energy into healing, and I mean, I know for a lot of people they said it's impossible to do it. It's very difficult to do it, and it is. It just takes time and practice. But if you want to do it for your health, make sure that you do intermittent fasting first and then go from there.
Read it.
Donald Trump, stop expanding NATO and I will draw my troops. When I say stop, stop it. Stop invading UK, my friend Putin.
Oh my god, you
You
guys
guys
are
are
too much.
hilarious.
You guys are really taking this to another level. Census said I never say fob. I understand. We don't either, but there are
Yeah.
people that do, and we're not saying that it's right.
Yeah.
And we're not saying that it isn't hurtful to the people that it is being said to. Some
Right.
people take it, some people don't. But in addition, there are things that when we go back home are said. And we must acknowledge that those are also hurtful too. So if anyone says those things,
I mean, as it
they're
is
not
here,
being
they're
nice.
calling me stinky fish. Am I offended? No, not at all.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand either.
I
But
no, I don't
but
understand the terminology.
well, they explained it already. But do I care? I don't. The thing about life is how you're gonna perceive a situation because we have our own ways of feeling things. No one can control you. If you let them control you, then you are dictated by your emotion from what they're saying. For me, the only person that can trigger me is her, and this is why I get into fights because of her. But anybody else, you can talk all the crap in the world, and I'm okay with that. You dare invade Philippines, Putin?
I can't.
Don't be scared of Utan. Hey, do dirty. Do dirty.
I don't mean it bad. It's just like I heard like, damn, they're too fob because of the accent. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
no,
if you
Alex, I get what you're saying. I mean, that's, for a lot of
accent's
people,
very thick.
like for me, sometimes I would say something really fobbish and she'll laugh at me, but I'm okay with that, and then for, of course, my brothers and my sisters, you can tell they have that accent. And for me, I try to perfect it because I was bullied all my life,
Because of the
about it
accent.
because of the accent, so I tried to say, you know what, hey, maybe I'll act a certain way. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? And then it came to that understanding that, you know what, I don't have to do this, because I don't have to prove to anybody else I am who I am, and therefore I will be treating myself the way I should be treated. And if you're not, then I am. That is your choice to do it. But ultimately, we do have our own choice to feel. Because no one can control that but yourself.
Do you do any yoga?
I do yoga here with her here and there. I think it's a really good practice, but I do a lot of meditation. And by meditation, not just sitting cross-legged. I do that too when I'm with her. She's training and I'm just right next to her and I'm meditating for that 45 minutes. But also in training, running, hitting the bags, I'm in meditation mode. Yes. It won't be an upset if Donaire beats Inoue. No need to been doing this.
Oh,
Thank you.
you know that word.
Autophagy. Yes, RM. Autophagy. So what I do, so within 2 or 3 days, your autophagy is at the maximum, right? So I try to extend the autophagy so that all my body that are my cells that are damaged, my cells that are not in the right order are being uh, um are being recycled into the newer cells, right? And so this is why fasting for me is such a big practice because of autophagy and how much regeneration we get from fasting. And this is why I can still fight at 40 years old at this level. I do prolong biblical fasting as well, just water. It's done wonder to my physical and mental health. Amen, Diego. Amen. That's pretty much what it all comes down to. Your mental health, because you're clearing up your body. You're coming into the realization, as well as you're proud of yourself for doing the things that others aren't able to do. But ultimately, the mental health is such a big factor in fasting, and of course, the healing property or the healing process through that's exactly what I do is water fasting. That's pretty much what I do, and I feel great about it.
Real Talk Chicago's here. He said he missed the VADA. So the VADA thing, we had technical difficulties in the beginning. It was showing people how to fill up the VADA forms, where it is, and our announcement that we had just updated our
Signed
forms.
the VADA forms. Yes,
We updated our forms.
yes, we updated our
That
form.
was it.
And when a form is updated and signed for, usually there is a
They can come anytime, anywhere.
they can come anytime, anywhere, and because there is a reason for it.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. So that's all you missed. It's really easy. It's at vada-testing.org. You can download the form and then submit. It's not super easy.
Yeah, no, I think fasting is such an amazing
What
thing.
are they
And
arguing
again, is
about?
the mindset of a person is, oh, hindi ko kaya yan. I can't go without rice. All the time we have a story to tell every time in our head. Diba? When you get into an argument,
Ooh,
you already want to
good
tell.
question.
What is this? D. Hey, what's up, D? When meditating, doesn't mean you clear your mind like not thinking at all, or there's a certain thing that's on your mind. Now, for me,
I have to go back.
when I meditate, I go into gratitude. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my cells. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for all the things that I have. So I go into series of gratitude, right? Because when you can get out of your mind and into your heart because you are grateful, then you start to get off the mindset of thinking. Now, the mind is always going to run. That's just how it is, right? But that's why I go into great. So for me, meditation, sometimes I get into a deeper meditation through that process, and then sometimes I'm just manifesting. I'm manifestation in creation, in creating my life, but because of the abundance that I feel, the abundance that I'm grateful for. So when I do in meditation, I'm just thankful. Nagpapasalamat lang ako for all the things that I have, and then I go into a series of manifestation, like me. I am the undisputed bantamweight champion of the world. That is my mantra. That is something I dream about. That is something that I visualize, holding myself in, um, holding all the belts. And then I just go in breathing exercises. That's when I quiet my mind. When I go into breathing exercises, I'm just breathing in and out. Then I just pay attention to my brain, to my thoughts. So when I think about thoughts, right, it's there. Sometimes you want to grasp it, you want to talk about it. That's the thing, is it doesn't exist unless you allow it to be, right? So when it comes down to that, it's going back into the breathing again, going back into the breathing, go back into the breathing, and then you can learn to see what you think, what your mind goes through, and that is in the level of just being inside you. But again, it's not about being quiet about things. It's about letting go. It's about letting the process pass through and just be who you are. But sometimes it's very difficult for a lot of people. So that's why I dictate where I'm going, which is gratitude and manifestation. So the man who is conscious about protecting his reputation usually has no reputation to protect. When one tries to do too hard about something, it's like going back into the meditation, right? When you try to silence your mind, the mind takes over instead. And that's the same thing in all access, in all of our lives. If we come to try so hard about something, like say when we're writing an essay, or we're doing something, when you do and think too much about it, is when you can't think. And so when you try to be a certain way about something, is because you are trying too hard to protect something that is not there, to put a face, to put like, for instance, I grew up, right, in a Filipino household. So lahat kami, when our aunts or our relatives come to the house, we're dressed up well, we're showered, and my parents talk about how good of our grades are, blah blah blah, this and this and that. They don't need to do that, but it's always to put that face on, that we become unreal about ourselves. And again, going back into all of this stuff that has transpired, it's just more of the fact that be who you are, because, and all in all, that's all you have. The body requires movement to be healthy, while the mind requires stillness to be healthy. The body requires movement, 100%, 100%, because we need to activate our cells, our mitochondria, so that we are constantly. And the thing is, like they say, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? It's not so much as age uh, makes us older. It's because we stop using our body, we stop using our mind, we degenerate if we don't use what we have. That's why, to everybody out there, go out, work, use your body, use your muscle, because when you don't use them, they deteriorate. Without using something, we deteriorate. Kaya nga, we have to use who we are, the gift that we are, and of course the mind, the stillness of the mind, but at the same time, um the understanding, right? The understanding of what is, because you can have a conversation, you can have a healthy conversation about yourself, but mental health really comes down to eating the right food, because we create hormones that creates our way of thinking. So everything has a correlation to that, not just the healthy body by working out, but healthy eating, so that we have healthy mindset, healthy mind. All of that is part of thing. It's like mind, body, and spirit. You can't just be a spiritual person and be really obese and healthy, or you can be a really a person with a great body, but then your mindset, you want to kill yourself, or whatever mindset that goes through it. It has to be mind, body, and spirit, and that is part of all of this. The body, the food that we eat, and in the mental health that comes along with it. Ewan ko sa iyo, Coach Ricky. Baka marami yung kinakain mo. Basig mga lechon mong ginakaon nana. Jake Paul is doing a lot of stuff, man. I mean, Jake Paul is an amazing guy to create the way he did. His manifestation is materializing in that way. I mean, I can't hate what he's doing. He's becoming a really great promoter, promoting women, and
Yeah,
all
he's
this other stuff.
the
And
first one to
he's
do it.
doing an amazing job. And I think that I just I can't hate on what he's doing. So to him, I congratulate his penetration through boxing the way he's doing.
I mean, I think he has his own, like, his whole thing of when he boxes or when him and his brother box is a different genre. I think it is, there is a separation of, like, pure science boxing and the entertainment that they're giving, because most of them are not real boxers that are fighting in those fights. They're fighting retired MMA fighters. And we know MMA fighters fight differently than real boxers. Um, Basketball players, football players, like, you name it. I think everyone's been in there at this point. I don't know if there's been comedians and models yet, but I mean, I'm sure we'll get there at one point to have models fight each other. Um, Three Kings official. Hey, what's up?
What up? What up? What up?
Ooh, isn't that a? I've heard that before.
I fear not the man who practiced 10,000 kick. This is Bruce Lee.
That's what I thought,
But
but I
the
didn't
man who
understand
practiced
because I
one
saw
kick
it on a
10,000
meme,
times.
so I
That's why a
didn't
boxer
know.
would beat an MMA fighter. Well, in a stand up fight, there's a big chance of that. But in all aspect, I mean, grappling, is a very there is a difficult art to defend with, to defend against. So each to its own um capabilities, I guess. Fighters and stand up and all that stuff, but different sport. Meditation provide a way of learning how to let go as we sit the self we've been trying to construct and make it into a nice, neat package to continue to unravel.
Hmm.
100%. When it comes down to meditation, there's always something to learn because you are paying attention. You are learning. You are the thing about life is when you start to learn to listen to yourself, is when you can talk to yourself where you want to go. You have a connection with yourself. A lot of people don't have a relationship with themselves. And this is why they want to go somewhere else. They try to distract themselves somewhere else. And a lot of people are. I mean, not that I am. That's what I'm learning to do. You know, that's what I'm learning to be. And I think that it's a healthy thing to be able to know yourself.
How many hours do you fast in a row? And do you drink any water or coffee?
Um, I do. So if I go in deep fasting, then it's just water for about 5 days. The longest I've ever done was 7 days. So for me, in a weekly, I would go 3 to 5 days. But on the regular fasting stuff, I'll have coffee, and then because I'm in keto, I would add MCT oil pills with it so that I'm burning fat, and being in ketosis. So that's what my fasting is, but with fat to use as energy along with the coffee.
Yep. Well, guys, I think we're going to end this in 7 minutes. It's almost 10 o'clock here. Like we said, our whole point was to update you guys that we updated our whereabouts forms for VADA to come, submitted it today. And I'm sure there will be a lot of other things that we'll be talking about very soon. There's so many fights in April, and we're trying to
Yes.
keep up with the requests to watch, videos and reactions to the videos and what we thought as far as the breakdown. So who did 7 weeks with no food?
Me?
7 weeks?
Not 7 weeks, 7 days.
Yeah, that's kind of a
Yeah,
difference.
7
Weeks and
days.
days are
Yeah.
totally different.
Yeah, 7 days for me.
Oh my
7 days, 7 weeks, patay na ako dyan.
You'll be able to make 105.
Yes, D, I do a lot of keto. So most of the time I'm living in keto because I feel but the thing is people don't understand how to do keto properly. They think it's fat and meat. It's for me it's leafy vegetables that works for me, because if you are always eating meat and fat, you'll get clogged up. And what happens is you don't even you feel miserable. And I've been there. I was doing it for 2 years and I was clogged up, and I just was miserable until I started to do things my way, which was green leafy vegetables. I do little kimchi's here and there, seaweed salad or whatever it is. And then I'll add just enough protein. But the best thing for it is the MCT oil. So when you have MCT oil, that gets you into it. Of course, the BHB salt, which is for the keto, and then putting your body into ketosis.
Yeah.
7 weeks, patay na ako dyan. 7 weeks could be real. Then you realize you're in heaven. It's like one of those memes that they're like doing this gun or stuff like that, how to protect against gun, and then they try to do it, and then they're like,
They wake up in heaven.
and they're like, it's heaven. Yeah.
7 days. Wow.
Yeah, so 7 days. And the thing is, when you come past 7 days, it makes it a lot easier. And I feel like I could do it. The only thing is difficult is because that you have kids and you have a life and all this other stuff. But for me, if I was just secluding myself, I could do more, way, way more than 7 days.
Shout out, shout out.
Shout out, shout out.
What's your skincare routine? Oh my gosh, do you know how many times
I don't
I've
have a
tried-
skincare
I've
routine.
tried to get him into skincare. Do you know how difficult it is? It's
Very.
super difficult. But there is which moisturizer did you like? Was it oil of Olay?
Yeah, I think so. The blue one.
No, that was the Hydro. That was Neutrogena.
That
was
one,
the
I like that
gel.
one.
I thought you didn't like the
You
gel.
bought it. I like it.
Yeah, but then I
That
thought you
one
liked
too.
the whip.
I like that one too.
Oil of
Watch
Olay
me whip.
because it
Watch
was
me,
light.
Nene.
That's the one that you like.
Shan TV, shout out.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, we need to talk Putin eye to eye. You guys are hilarious.
They've been going back and forth.
Yeah,
They're like, we need to
yeah.
negotiate. This is actually hilarious.
Yeah. Lohera vlog, speak English or Russian. I don't understand Tagalog.
D asked, do you drink beer or hard liquor?
So I drink here and there. For a while I was drinking a lot, and until I started to realize all of this, I guess, consciousness and ascension, I guess, in the mindset, in the body, and to me, I realized that when I look into something, sometimes I'm like, oh, I grab something and I listen to my body, and then if my body don't want it, I put it away. Now sometimes I'll grab her champagne. I'm like, oh, I'll take a sip. Boom, that's it, right? But for a while, I just try to avoid as much as I can with alcohol. It's because of the fact that
But you were a whiskey drinker.
I was a whiskey drinker. Yes.
We went whiskey tasting. I didn't do it. I don't like dark alcohol. And then we also went to Guinness Guinness Factory Distiller.
No, it was
Guinness.
Bushmill. We went to Guinness, but we also went to Bushmill.
Is the whiskey.
The whiskey, yes.
But the Guinness.
The
we
Guinness,
did too.
yeah, the Guinness
And that
factory,
was
yes.
like
That was
they
amazing.
were like meals. They were so thick.
Thick, yeah, yeah.
Oh my
I love
goodness.
Guinness.
He
though.
likes Guinness.
I love Guinness.
I
I love
like
hard liquor. You know,
Heineken
like for me,
whiskey.
it's if it's
Whiskey.
beer, it has to be like something strong. You
Don't
know,
you like Red Horse?
I love Red Horse. Yes, yes. Yun nga.
Yeah.
Pero
not very
now
often.
I've cut down a lot because I've been going through with a lot of spirituality, and you'll get to see my videos soon to come of my journey in my spiritual awakening, I guess. To get a healthy body, our mind should be healthy first. Kaya yung mga nagmumura, wala talagang healthy body. 'Cause that's funny.
Sabel's here.
Hello, hi Sabel.
Yes, yes. What was it? There.
This
Donald Trump knows something.
Donald Trump. This reduction in carbs puts your body into metabolic state called ketosis. Absolutely, Donald. Absolutely. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Ah,
Drink
mautak
more
pala
water.
to eh. Drink more water. What's up? What's up? And that's very true. Water is an essence of life. So drink
body's composed of most of water.
lots of water.
Oh look, Sabel knows Donald.
Oh my God. Idol ka pala ni Donald Trump, Sabel.
Oh, good question. Is Nonino an introvert or extrovert?
I am an introvert. 100% an introvert. But when I am with friends, I'm super extroverted. Like I'm so happy, so loud.
So loud.
You know, but on a daily basis, I am an introvert. And this is why for a long time you haven't heard it from me, because I just don't want to be in it. She has to drag me to be here every day that she wants to. This is why we don't go into the lives, because at the end of it, I'm like, I don't want to do it. You know, so yeah.
Also, we have long days.
We do have long days.
It's not like
you have long days.
Reason.
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
Reason why I ask about alcohol is because beer seems to make you fat.
Has
There's a lot of calories and there's a lot of carbs in beer.
And wheat.
Yes, and sometimes, and sometimes.
What is a lamb shark? I know a Dokiseki.
Yeah, no, for me, I love Guinness for some reason.
like
I you know,
But Heineken's light.
it's like I don't know. I just like those beer. You know,
And I don't
'em.
like drinking beer very often, but if I have to have a beer,
What was I talking about earlier?
I don't know, but I think this is funny that he agrees with me. Guinness is disgusting.
Yes,
It's
but I like
disgusting.
Guinness. I have to say I like Guinness. I like Red Horse as well. You know, anything that's you know that has strong taste, I like.
Yep. Yeah, see, Donald Trump knows about nutrition.
Yes, he does.
Oh, Putin's introverted. Introverted?
Introvert. So I am also a introvert. Yes, yes. My name is Vladimir Putin. Right?
Wait, I gotta do. Remember what you say, you can never put agreement down, so still demand face it head on, and you'll be no better than him forever. Was he on the ballot for the BWA? For the managers?
I don't think so.
Oh no. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys for coming in, by the way. I really appreciate it. I mean, I know that you guys think I'm fake and all that stuff, but thank you. I hope that you guys learned something from this. Take it in because it will help you. And I know you're staying here because you guys want to listen to this lesson because it's your mind.
Ginebra. Have we ever tried
That's
Ginebra?
gin. Yeah, so nung bata pa ako sa Bohol.
Oh, gin.
Sa Bohol.
Okay.
My lola would always every meal
Okay, now I have a question.
with Coke and gin and Ginebra.
Why is it called Ginebra? Did they put the word gin in there because? I just noticed this.
I don't know.
Ginebra. Does that mean something?
Ginebra, San Miguel.
I
That's
just
what it is.
noticed that.
Yeah.
Yes, we've had. I'm actually not intolerable to gin, which is
Oh, so I was gonna go back into it. So somebody was saying here that beer makes them
hey,
fat,
wag nag-spam.
right? So
Yes, they said that.
so when it comes to that,
I
right?
will block spammers. Hold on, I will be back. Go ahead.
So when
Continue.
it comes down to the beer, sometimes because of yeast and all this other stuff that's in the beer, you might be intolerable to it.
I'm intolerable.
So when you're intolerable to a part of or the ingredients of the beer, you'll most likely retain water
And bloat.
and therefore it'll
And
make you fat.
some people actually get gout from it.
And yeah, and people get gout.
Actually, I think my
So
dad
all
gets
of that
gout from
stuff, you
beer.
know, it's part of it. I think they're talking about the Ginebra stuff.
What about Ginebra? What?
Oh, it's just a brand.
Oh, that's it. But they
Yeah.
put the word gin in it, so I thought, yo,
Hey, More Boxing Gym!
we gotta get you
Guys,
guys on here.
I know, siguro sa sunod kung makahigayon ta, dapat muadto mo din sa among channel, magsultian ita what we can do sa inyo to help you guys there. Kabalo ko nga daghan kay mga boksingero din nga nga kailangan og tabang. So hopefully na mahimo nato na coach. Or sa inyo din na More Boxing Gym.
What he said.
Yes.
I have no idea what he said, but whatever he said.
Right. So
who is training over there? That's the one in Cebu, right?
yes, Nietes, of course.
Yeah, but I think all those guys, Bad
see.
Boy of Cebu is training there.
Are they?
Yeah. Red Horse needs to pay you for
Thank you. I'll make sure to collect from them. Beer is not allowed for diabetics. It's better if they drink hard drinks. It's better not to drink at all.
Especially if you have a health condition.
More Boxing Gym. Yes. Kung makatabang ko sa inyo na coach, we want you guys here para makita nila kung unsay gibuhat niyo dyan sa Cebu.
Yep. What he said. Oh.
Champ, paano ba kayo kilala ni Mrs.? Paano mo siya niligawan at paano ka niya sinagot? Nakita ko to parang talagang it's not love at first sight yung ano namin, yung relationship namin. Parang competition, paragi kami nagcha-challenge sa isa't isa.
Yeah.
And we just started to just respect each other, I guess. That's how it came about.
And we always still challenge each other. We go to the gym together and we have fun. So
yeah,
someone's birthday and then we're gonna go, guys.
Kalag Lohera Vlog. Pag-great ako, champ. Birthday ko ngayon. Happy birthday, Kalag Lohera. Happy birthday. And enjoy your birthday. It's your moment. You deserve it. And enjoy to the fullest. And many more birthdays to come for you.
Yeah. See you soon, champ. Take care.
Sige, coach. Or kung siya man din see you sa pohon. Magkita-kita ta.
Yes.
And to everybody again, maraming salamat to the fans and the haters and all of that. Thank you guys. And hopefully may natutunan kayo sa conversation natin dito. At to everyone here, thank you for an amazing questions. And as well sa lahat ng nangangailangan ng tulong sa sarili nila, look upon yourself and learn to love yourself, and I guarantee you will not come to talk crap upon others, because you will know the true essence of love within you, that it is not right for that, but that's for your journey to be, and make that journey for yourself, and you will learn to thank me, because that is the essence of why we are here. So to everybody here, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Salamat kayo sa mga Bisaya, and hopefully you guys are well, amazing.
No, and hope you guys learned something about VADA today. If you guys have any questions next time, comment on the video, and we will answer it as far as things like, yes, they do take blood and urine, and it's so many times that they do. So, and if you guys have any questions about that, or you want to get in touch with VADA, they have a website and their Instagram, Twitter. I know they run as well. So, if there's anything you guys have questions on, just hit us up and we'll make content about it. Besides that, until next time, we will be updating you, I believe, fairly soon. Hopefully, someone in the chat said that Japan's opening up, so hopefully there's a little bit more movement on everything.
Yes,
And we will be the first ones to
to
tell
announce
you right here.
announce to you guys. Yes.
Yes. So that's it, guys. You guys have an amazing,
Amazing day.
amazing night. Be safe and be good.
Yes,
Because
yes,
we're
yes.
watching.
And God bless.
Just
God
kidding.
bless. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
I'm Jarrell. And I am Logan. Thank you for watching this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe the video. And hit the bell. Ding, ding, ding. KO! Jinx, got ya.
Benito Donaire.